As you're now looking around, I want you to describe everything as you see as you're now looking around.
That is.
So as you look around, is it daytime or is it nighttime?
It's like there's light to my right
Mm-hmm.
and dark to my left.
When you say light to your left, dark to your right, um, do you mean it's daytime outside, or does this feel like this is a transitional point between two directions?
It's like when I looked up, I could see like a canopies of trees
Mm-hmm.
at first, and I sat up and looked in front of me, and it was like it's literally dark on that side, and there's light on this side, and I'm looking at something that I'm lifting up like a book. But when I started to lift it, it looked like a round handle with like a piece that picks up that I could pull like a hatch.
Mm-hmm.
And I lifted the hatch up and it started opening like a book.
I want you to now focus on that book. Does this book have writing on it? Is there drawings on it? How would you describe it? How big is this book? So a pretty big book.
Yeah, it looks like it almost looked like a manhole cover. Like so I was like, what is that? But yeah, it's like it's got like kind of a cream colored pages. Like they're not white,
Mhm.
kind of a off white.
Do you recognize the language it's written in? Is this something you can see?
It's kind of like it's golden letters that are lit up.
So you don't know how to read it?
Looking at it, not really.
All right, I want you to now activate your knowing, and as you look at this book, the book will automatically translate it for yourself into your third eye, and as you read each part, you will understand what you're reading. Now that you're viewing this book and you're seeing these golden letters, these golden shapes, what do you see?
That's a list of the names.
I want you to focus on that list of names. Who are the people on this list? Activate your knowing.
It's a ledger.
Mhm. I want you to touch each name with your finger, and each time you touch a specific name, you're going to get a memory download and you will fully understand what this book is.
Trying to move my hands.
So you're trying to move them.
Yeah, it's like my palms are someone's stopping. Like, leave me alone. Like,
Does it feel like something's trying to prevent you from seeing right now?
yeah, like trying to look at the pages clearly, and it's like when I look straight on, it's like when we try to look at a spirit and it zones out, and I look sideways and I can see it.
All right, whatever being that's acting as a handler, preventing this information from coming through, I'm now going to pull you up into the body. I want you to come up through time and space and now speak through Amaria's body. Hello, who am I speaking to?
Jonathan,
Jonathan, what role do you play there in this moment with Mariah trying to access some of these memories?
she's not authorized access.
Who are you specifically?
Understand?
You're her son in that one specific lifetime?
Yes.
Why would you not want her to access this information from this book?
I don't want the magic.
What do you mean specifically?
It's a book of spells.
Is this a dark book?
Yes.
What's the purpose of Amaria being shown this book now?
She did a bunch of stuff in a past life, and I think she's afraid of it.
So you're saying in this past life she had done some stuff with this book that maybe she put out some spells and it did some bad stuff? Is that what you're trying to say?
Those with the witches.
Hmm. How did you yourself come into acting as a handler to make sure she doesn't access information? What's the purpose of it? Because we're here to get memories for her right now, and this is the first scene that's being shown to her, and you're blocking it. So I know that there's something there that she needs to see. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
What do you not want her to see that's there?
She's really powerful, and I don't want something to happen bad.
So you do understand that she has people here to protect her, and that I'm one of the people who has served with her in these programs, and that nothing the higher self is going to show her will harm you. Do you understand this? None of this is a trap, none of it's a trick. She's being shown this one book for a reason, and it's the key to her memories. Can you understand that?
Yes.
Would you allow us to have her get her own memories from this so she understands the darkness of the book so she knows to stay away from it?
Yes. Trying to help her to be okay and relax through it. Because it's a really scary book.
Mm. Can you kind of tell us what is this book? Does this book come from a specific ET group or something like that?
Seriously.
Mm. What's the purpose of this book?
It has codexes in it that she had when she was a princess and
So she was a princess on Sirius C.
she was a dragon.
So she was actually a dragon.
Yes.
What was her main role there on Sirius C?
She oversaw the plants. She's a healer, and she was also tending the gardens.
In that lifetime, were you her? Are you her? That's sorry. Are you her son from that exact lifetime?
I was a gatekeeper.
Mm. You said you were a gatekeeper. What were you specifically gatekeeping?
We made sure that our dragons were protected.
Mm.
She had a lot of responsibility to make sure that the balance on the planet remained. There's, like on our planet here on Earth, there's a lot of issues with different types of toxins and things. And so she was making sure to keep those etheric planes clean and open with the plants because the Sirius Sea is not quite like the same resonance as here.
Mhm.
It's a higher level plane, and so the frequencies are a little different. She was one of those caregivers basically to make sure that that balance didn't fade.
So this book, was it given to her to harm her, or was this book originally did the book originally come across her because she thought it would help, but it basically ended up being a bad book? Is that what you're saying?
It was a trap that was given to her. She thought that it was something good, but when she opened it the first time, it caused pain to her. And I don't know what's in the book. I don't want it to hurt her.
Mm. Would you allow us to open up the book with protections to see what this is so she can understand what this book is?
If you can help her keep her safe, then I can allow that.
All right, we're gonna place the highest protections around her now. I'm placing a double pyramid of white light and additional protection to make sure nothing's getting through, and any beings that attempt to enter this field will be sucked in directly to source and they will be transmuted back to source. Do you see this protection I placed around her?
Yes,
Is that good enough for you?
that's sufficient.
All right, would you allow her to now start opening this book and to see what it is with these protections?
Yes,
All right, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have you stay on the line. You're just gonna stand to the side and I'm gonna bring Amaria right back into her body and I want you to assist us. Will that work with you?
that works.
All right, Jonathan, I appreciate for your help and you're gonna help her get a lot of memory. She's really gonna appreciate this. Ready?
Yes.
All right. I'm asking Jonathan to step to the side, and I'm now asking Amaria to now come up through time and space and come back into the body. Hello, who am I speaking to? Amaria, did you see that we were just talking to your son, Jonathan?
Yes.
Okay, can you see this book in front of you?
I do.
Do you now know what this book represents?
Yeah, someone tried to dethrone my parents. They were trying to bring basically like humanoids and dragon type beings together to make like a treaty.
Like
And
draconians?
it's not draconians, they're more dragon type people.
Uh-huh.
With like Kukulkan, the feather beings.
Yeah.
And I had to marry a more humanoid being and mate with him to create like more humanoid children.
What was the purpose of that mating with another humanoid being on that exact planet? What was the purpose?
They wanted the treaty between the two civilizations.
So a marriage of bloodlines in order to maintain that contract.
Correct.
Yeah, that's pretty much standard on all planets.
Right. There's different plants that they had and that we had that we wanted to cross-pollinate that would actually help the societies with cleaner food and better nutrition. And there was basically an attack on that, and that book was there to try to thwart that union. And when she opened the book, it did an attack and it actually downloaded something to her that caused damage to her, and it caused her to cause harm.
So this book is a type of entrainment field.
Correct.
So it's not safe to open this book to see what's in it.
No, it needs to be sealed.
All right, let's go ahead and let's start sealing this. We're gonna now seal it with astral chains, and we're gonna put 26 dimension protections on it. So the highest dimensions will not be able to access this. We're going to now chain it, and we're going to send it into a pocket universe. That book is now being sent to a pocket universe. You can see it being sucked in right in front of it. We're going to entrap that book into a pocket universe where it cannot be used, it cannot be touched, and it can only be accessed by source directly. I'm now closing that. All right, so as you now look at this book, what do you see? Is the book still there?
No, it's floating away and I'm suspended. It's like I'm floating, standing upright,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm looking around and it looks like a hillside that's barren. It's just kind of dirt and maybe where there used to be some grass.
All right, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to have the memories of that book and you interfacing and or opening that book, just any kind of relations you had to it. I'm going to have those memories now start flooding in. You're going to start downloading these memories and see what actually happened. These memories are now coming in one by one. That moment has now arrived. You can see these memories start coming in. What's the first memory that's coming up?
I'm in the garden, my head hurts, my left hemisphere hurts. I've been struck in the head.
When you say you were struck in the head, did you see somebody who struck you in the head?
Yeah, there's a bunch of people that are dressed up like in armor and they look like orcs.
Orcs?
And they have like there's like a stick that's got a ball and the spikes on it, and they hit me in the head.
Like a mace?
Yeah, they hit me in the head and I'm bleeding. My head hurts.
Do you feel a lot of pain?
Yeah.
All right, I'm now removing all physical sensations. You no longer have any pain whatsoever, and you can see it from a non-emotional point of view. Is that better? All right, now as you look around without any of the pain trauma, you can now see it from a disconnected point of view. Does that feel better? What's happening?
We're being attacked. When I opened the book, it had a trap in it, and it made me like have a seizure. And then the book was pulled from my hands, and a portal opened, and these orc men started coming out. and one struck me in the head immediately. It knocked me down, and my court, I had two guards that ran up to basically fire upon, and the orcs killed my guards. And my husband is trying to get in the room. I'm in a room that's locked. It's up in a, it's like the fourth story in our castle. It's a library. Yeah,
Is this where you were accessing the book? You were in the castle when you came across it?
yeah, I was
Was
in
this the first time you ever accessed this book?
I came into the library where I had studied many times, and the book was on the mantle by the fireplace, and I was wondering where it had come from. And
So the
so,
book appeared out of nowhere?
right,
I want you to activate your knowing. Where did this book come from if it came out of nowhere? Who placed it there?
the demiurge.
Hmm. What role does this demiurge play in this lifetime you're in now, as you experience it?
Eldebaoth doesn't want me to help activate people because he knows I've already touched the moment.
Doesn't want you to activate what?
He doesn't want me to help activate other people's consciousness and light beings, their light selves.
Do you have a connection to Yaldabaoth in another lifetime? Is this a continuation of another fight?
It's pretty standard whenever he knows somebody's able to make a big change.
So is this book, is it created by Yaldabaoth?
Yes.
And this book is solely,
It was to bind my soul and keep me from progression, and it was to keep me from forget or basically remembering the being that I am, the powerful light that I have. And it's been placed in each of the realms that I've been in at one point or another, in one style or another, whether it's been a book or a pendant or some sort of
an object
an
that has
object.
apotropaic powers.
Right. And I feel directed to, like, it beckons to me, and I pick it up or open it or look in it, and then it causes a portal to open and I'm attacked. The one that was opened when I was living in Pocatello in 2021, that one was opened up to Nechtwaffen, and there was a watcher that came through. There was two soldiers, and there were two that were basically there to do the dirty work. My body was removed and I was put down below for a little while.
When you said put down below, do you mean on ship?
No, I was put in between, in the ethers.
Mhm.
And it's a safe space. It was just a dark space that there was nothing there.
They put you there?
Yeah.
Would you describe this as like a void?
It was like a void, yeah. There was
And you said you put yourself there to protect
my
yourself.
higher self and another protector. They knew that somebody was coming to take me, and they wanted to kill me. I've had multiple attempts on my life, and this moment they felt if they would just bring in another clone, put the dead clone in my bed, it had the matching dental records, take me. There was another person that had been taken and replaced the same way. They had a handful of people that they were coming to get. And while I was in safety, my higher self came in spirit form, in light body form, with an army of beings. And we beheaded the people that were not the military ones, but the other guys. There were guys in regular clothes.
The orcs?
What's that?
You said the orcs.
The people that were in this particular one where I was in Pocatello. We beheaded them, and we changed the memory of the watcher, and we changed the memory of the ones that had the bodies, and we told them that the body was actually me instead of who I put in the safe place, who we had put there. And we made them believe, I said, this is Amaria. She's dead. You guys fucked up, you dumbasses. I go take her back. And so we sent them back through the portal. And there was another cleanup crew that came in and cleaned up the mess from the ones that were beheaded. And then they left. They didn't see my higher self or the other group that we were still watching to make sure that they were done. Once they left, then I brought Amaria back in 3D and put her back in the bed.
Can you start downloading some of these memories in totality so she understands the context of what she had to go through? Because she's driven a long way to understand who she is.
That's what we've been working with, is working on trying to reconnect a lot of those pathways. She had a lot of damage on her left hemisphere, especially when she fell in Montauk. And so we've been trying to give her pieces that were bright enough that she could connect the puzzle. And we've been trying to connect from there underneath, just filling in.
Did they damage her left lobe in order to give her that fogginess to make her forget?
That, and then they inserted parasitic entities. And so she had tapeworms for quite a while that were actually causing a physical
That
brain
was in the
tumor.
brain?
That was in the brain. And that was removed.
What was the original cause for it? And how old was she when it was attached?
It was attached when she was 28 years old. And she'd come back from one of the alien backs that she'd been in. And she started remembering too soon. We had the same problem when she came back when she was 21. And it was causing a lot of emotional distress. When she was 28, she attempted suicide. That one she didn't have memory of. Um, and so we actually didn't want her to remember that one. Uh, she basically took too many pills. It was the drugs that she was been taking on big pharma. And so that's whenever, as a higher self, higher entity I was getting her to back off of big pharma altogether and just start going naturopathic. And so it took a few years. Um, but that, especially with her Saturn return, it was really difficult because she was very, very suicidal and very unstable. And so we had to take a lot of memories and scramble things and do the best that we could so that she wouldn't kill herself. And she had little children.
So you're saying during this 80 back, she was mainly on Saturn?
Correct.
What was her role on Saturn? And which group was she there with?
She was with the Kruger group on Saturn. She'd been basically split. That's the memory that she has whenever her head was taken off the body. And that was really traumatic.
So Kruger physically removed her head to put it on a cybernetic body?
Correct.
Was she conscious when that happened?
She was conscious when that happened. And so she remembers the pain of all the cutting. It was very quick because it was done with the AI generated robot. Whenever they drained the blood from her head, she passed out on her cerebral side. She was having major migraines, of course, when that happened. The body was in spasms, and once they finally got the body calmed down, they were able to connect the cybernetic head. They had to give quite a bit of drug infusion because she was reacting. So basically, traumatically, she was freaking out, which was understandable.
Why would they have just not have put her out to prevent this trauma? It's kind of like it's logical to put someone out before you do augmentations because they're going to have the memories of that. If you don't want them to have memories of it, why would you do it consciously?
That I'm not sure of why they did it that way. The thing that I've understood from it is they wanted to be torturous. And so they were pissed at her for something that it was probably something she said or did. She's definitely can have her moments when she's got a mouth on her.
Yeah, all of us in the Medusas have a mouth on us.
Yeah.
If you don't have a mouth on you, you're probably not in our unit.
Right.
So what was the main point of her being on Saturn? If she needed a cybernetic body, what was the purpose of this body?
They had to split her heart and her brain because the heart brain connection on Maria is extremely strong. And splitting that up, they thought that they could contain her abilities or contain her fire better, which it worked for a little while. It kind of kept her dampened down until she started getting like with her heart side, she was missing something, and she was trying to figure out what she was missing. Because after the fact, whenever they had connected the two super soldiers, they wiped the memory, of course, as they usually do.
When you say it, when they connected the two super soldiers, what do you mean by that specifically?
Disconnecting Jamie Peterson and connecting two separate super soldiers from the brain side and the heart side, the heart brain and the brain, the cerebral brain.
Mm.
Because of her heart mind connection is extremely powerful. And they were afraid that she would wake up in the programs and cause problems, which she did a few times on Mars. She was aware of what was going on and basically rebelled and fucked up the mission that they were on, because instead of taking out the target, she changed the frequency, reconnect or reconstructed the civilization that they were on frequency rise, and with their permission, because they knew that they were going to be annihilated. And then from there, basically shifted them to another reality so that they didn't have to. And then she said, "Bring me your dead. Bring me all of your dead. Bring me those that are dying. Bring me those that are, they're not going to make it." And we staged that there were there was a battle. We shot the dead, we made them look bad, and the ones that were dying, we said, "We're sorry, we have to do this to you." And we
To the innocent ones?
to the innocent ones that were still alive but were given to us as targets. They realized the importance of hiding the fact that they were still existing. And so that's why she was doing the frequency shift and saying, "Bring me your dead," so we have a physical aspect of, yeah, here they are, here's what's left. Some of them took off. This is the dead, what's left.
Mm.
And so she became a master of puppets, basically, on being able to make groups believe that they had taken out the target, and they would still get the technology, but because of her heart, she didn't want to harm the people.
What else happened over this 80-year period in this one moment? This 80 years is a pretty long time, because what was her long-term mission and goal there with
And
Kruger?
with the side that was the heart side, that she was working in genetics programs. She worked with the mantis people. They were using what she had been calling the Genesis tanks, for better terms. It's in an alien technology name anyway, and so it's not even worth trying to say it. It wouldn't resonate with humans.
Yeah, so I would refer to that as Project Genesis.
Okay, so Project Genesis, that works.
That cloning, creating new life on a planet, that's what our
Correct.
Bible is, mixing our DNA with the current population.
Yes, and so part of that same program, working with the mantis side of it, they were making a lot of different types of chimeras,
The
and
mantid's the main progenitor of these experiments.
with the main technology is what they were doing.
What kind of main technology were they using specifically?
There was a lot of different psionics technologies because they're so advanced with their psionics,
Mhm.
and she's able to connect really well because of her genetic manipulations. The CRISPR
To the
technology,
mantids,
she connects with the mantis really well.
so she can interface with them no problem because that's part of her hybridization.
Some of it's hard. She does have some mantis DNA. She also has dolphin DNA. She has gray DNA. She does have the Draco Royal. She has Siakar. She has the Tuatha De Danann. So she has the Fae. She also has Sasquatch. She also is part Skinwalker. So be as a cryptid, she has a pact to protect the innocent. And so she uses her abilities as a cryptid to be able to shift frequencies and create other realms that people can, it's like those pocket worlds that you can put them in so that they can be safe and they can thrive and in their own environment, and they don't ever have to be worried.
So her energy naturally works with portal systems.
Correct.
What is her root? What is her root being? You said it's a dragon.
Her root being was a dragon when she was first conceived from the great divine or the great light. When she
What
decided to
what
incarnate.
level of dragon is she?
18,
What do you mean by 18?
level 18. She's had 18 cycles in that lifetime. Or I guess that planetary realm. Excuse me.
Can you, the higher self, see what kind of dragon I am? If I allow you to connect to my light, can you see what my root is?
Whatever it is.
Can you see that I'm a black void dragon?
You look black, yeah.
So I can create from the void.
Okay, so that's
What is her level of creation? How does she physically exist? Does she exist in the physical realms as a physical dragon first before she goes into incarnations, or is
she moves the water. She's a wind sylph.
wind sylph? Is that what you said?
Yes.
What is a wind sylph?
A wind sylph moves the waves, moves the water, moves the air. They direct the
So more of
tides,
an elemental control.
like an elemental directing the wind, then the tides and the airstreams.
What color dragon is she?
She's white.
That's what I was seeing. How does that connect to the Draconians, the Royal Draconians?
They want to exploit her abilities because of the way that they use the harp technologies. They have to use machines. She can use her mind and her heart center.
Does she have a Draconian incarnation?
No, just a DNA infusion.
Mm. Did they use her as a breeder with other beings to try to create sub beings to crack her code?
Yes.
What kind of beings do they cut her with to make chimeras? Other hybrids. What'd you say?
Lyrians.
Uh-huh. What else?
Arcturians.
Mhm.
Andromedans. There's earth beings, hominids, Denisovians, Neanderthals, raptors, mammals, tigers, horses,
Those are
birds.
her different existences.
Birds. They're what her DNA's been sliced with trying to
Gotcha.
make entities.
What did the Draconians make of all these hybrids? What was the purpose of them?
A lot of them were failures, and so
So most of them didn't take.
right. It's similar to what they were actually making her create her own children in those Genesis tanks
As a geneticist,
as a geneticist.
she knows she was making her own offspring.
No. There was a bank of eggs that was labeled with different things and different codes. All she knew is she was supposed to have a certain code and it was color coded. And she was supposed to only have the purple octagon 682. Those are her eggs.
When you say purple octagon 682, what is that in reference to?
It's like if you would have a sticker on something labeled, that would be the sticker, like, or her label. That they would say that's the only ones that you use.
And those are the codes for the tank for her hybrids, for her
Correct.
actual. So this purple octagon 682, did this tank hold numerous experiments of the same?
One at a time, unless they were doing like a splice and they wanted to do twins or triplets. Usually they would only do one at a time.
Hmm.
Sometimes they would do a split if they wanted to try a male female, or if they wanted to try identicals and see like how something would work across the board with identicals. Like, is it epigenetic or is it something that is with whatever light being is inhabiting that at the time?
Mhm. So which ones survived that actually made an impact?
She has some that have survived that have had dolphin DNA.
Were any of those ones that had dolphin DNA put in Project Seagate?
Yes.
How does she connect to Project Seagate?
She was an underwater geneticist as well. Around the board, she's been a geneticist in a lot of programs. She has a lot of knowledge on how genetics work, epigenetics, as well as plant medicines. And so she's been exploited for that because of the wealth of knowledge in that Kasha.
How many lifetimes was she a geneticist?
For over 400 million years.
How many universes did that encompass over those 400 million years?
15.
So she's a pretty big player behind the scenes.
That's correct.
Do I have any connections to this in these lifetimes you're explaining?
You guys have worked together, yes.
Which projects have we worked together on?
Phoenix, as you know.
Mhm. Was it Project Phoenix 3?
Correct.
What else? Did we interact together in Seagate?
You didn't know her in Sweden. She was in a different area of expertise. She was under the ocean.
What about Montauk?
Montauk.
How did she interact with me directly at Montauk?
After she had gone through the healing program, when she had fallen out of the cages, Kyle had rescued her. And Frida and he brought her in through, we were at the Saturn Gate, and we brought her in, and she was put on the med beds there, introduced to the Mantis program, and they put her into a 6-week intensive while she was healing. So she was unaware that she was also being trained.
How many weeks?
6 weeks intensive. So she was in this crystal med bed. She had her, not, the mind wasn't erased, but it was suspended for her protection because she'd gone through so much trauma being in the cages, the tortures, the things that she had gone through. Basically discovering her abilities, being in the chair, going through the time tunnel, as you understand, having gone through those things yourself. And so she was put in the intensive. Her name was changed to Frida Hopnitz.
Who changed her name to Frida?
It was the people in the control room, I guess, for a better word.
Yeah.
They decided that it would be better to call her Frida and remove the name Jane Peterson because that name had too much tied to it, and we were afraid that that would cause her to get her memories back of the trauma, and we didn't want that to cloud her training.
Does she need to know any of those memories? Are they relevant for her evolution now? Is she strong
No.
enough to know it? So
She's strong enough to know it. She's been dealing with those traumas and those anchors, and so at this point, she's dealt with the deepest root of it enough that she's able to, she's integrating as she goes. She's in a fast track of integration right now.
So you're saying that she doesn't need to be shown some of that stuff as part of this integration. Is it
Not
relevant for
necessarily.
her to know today?
Not necessarily.
What would be relevant that I'm not mentioning that she needs to say to see pertaining to Montauk specifically? We'll move on to other projects, but what do we need to give her for her Montauk memories so she understands who she is? Because the Montauk memories are extremely important.
Right.
Who does she connect to in the here and now that she would know that was also at Montauk that she was unaware she served with? How did she serve with Julia specifically? At Montauk?
She knew her in Montauk.
Hmm?
She was one of the children in Montauk. Amaria was training psionics, and there was a lot of children that she trained. Susan Long was her trainer. And she also had training from Surabaya.
She was also trained by Yoshiro.
For
What did Yoshiro train her for?
combat readiness. He was also doing mental, like Tai Chi, like mental Kung Fu type things to help her so that she could get past a lot of the traumas that she'd had. Some of those triggers still kind of came through. Like certain triggers would come and then she would run. She had a tendency whenever things got hot, she would turn and run. And so the fight or flight, she was running. And a lot of times she would get hurt or killed.
And
Not
that
to be
could get other
regen.
people killed as well.
Right. And
So
so,
was the mental kung fu to help her center herself, to face what was in front of her, to help her get
correct.
past it?
Correct. You were helping her with that because she had such a deep fear that we weren't able to close that gap once her training had been done and she had been basically healed. It was something with the fracture to her head when she had fallen out. We weren't able to take that anchor because it was so physical to her.
Why couldn't that have been fixed in the med bed or through frequency healing or sound healing?
That's something that we weren't able to figure out. And so
Even with all
it
the
just,
technology at Montauk, y'all couldn't figure it out. What about the mantids?
the mantids, it just never came up because it was buried.
Mm.
She wasn't aware of it.
Did Amaria know Drago there as well? Because I was there as Drago and as Yoshiro. Did she interact with both of us? Or was it just Yoshiro?
She knew Yoshiro. She didn't know Drago.
So you're saying from your memories, she had no recollection and there was no crossover with Drago there.
No.
Okay.
Your face on Drago, the Drago face is a new face.
Mm.
Yoshiro is a very familiar face. It's family.
So the higher self does recognize that Drago was also there along with Yoshiro.
Correct.
But just her experiences, she only reacted with Yoshiro.
That's correct.
Understand. How long did Yoshiro train her?
8 years. Till she was 18, came of age.
So from age 10?
Correct.
What about Kyle? What was his role in that?
He oversaw a lot of things. He was one of the ones that had checked on her. He knew that she was in trouble when Frida led to the spot that the kids were huddled, because before that, they were killed. And so she went back to stop that from happening. Because there was a team that came back later and found the kids' bodies. And so she
At
went,
Montauk?
yes,
What happened to the kids?
they were attacked by the egregore, the demigore.
How did this being come into Montauk the first time?
That one, there was cracks in the time tunnel, like
So
people's spirits bringing them
through the
through.
projects, they ripped a hole in time and space, and they couldn't actually fix that rip.
It's been repaired now.
So basically, the premise of the Stranger Things show the same type of
It was
rip.
similar things, but there's things that are different, but there's things that were similar. It's like layers and stacks of things that it's almost like that underground or down below area was able to shift because it was trying to keep us trapped.
The egregore.
Right. It wanted to, because it could feed off the fear.
Yeah. So was this a separate moment from Junior?
Yeah.
What are you feeling?
My heart hurts.
I'm removing any physical reactions that you're feeling from the heart. Go ahead and just readjust your body, and when you readjust it, you're going to notice that the hard pressure is going away. It's now fading into the past, dissipating. How's that heart feeling now?
Oh.
I'm asking the higher self, what was causing this recent heart issue that just happened? Is this a form of attack?
That demigorg went in and it ripped all of their hearts out.
So this is a cellular memory.
That's a cellular memory. She was coming to because she was heavily damaged from the fall with a broken skull. She had a subdural hematoma that was causing pressure. And when Kyle picked her up, he scanned her and he could see that. And that's why he said that we need to get her to a med bed immediately. And so they were able to go earlier. The group that found the children had figured out who they were all, by the DNA code. And he said these kids weren't supposed to die. We need to get them back. And so they called the time team to come back. They called or Medusa team. Frida was out on a mission with Kyle and some other kids when they came back, and there was a bunch of other people. And that's whenever, basically, once I hit the field of Montauk, the memories came back, and I was like, oh shit, I need to go find myself or I'm gonna die.
Mhm.
And so that's when I dialed in energetically to the tunnel that I was in, and then I was able to frequency jump, and I jumped to myself. And then Kyle followed my frequency and jumped as well.
Are you saying that Amari is also a teleporter?
Correct.
So
That's how she
so
does
she
her
doesn't
session.
need a portal. She just changes her frequency to the location she wants.
That's how she does her session work with people. She's doing a quantum teleport or a quantum jump, and she jumps to them and she actually gets into their biofield, and then she's reading their biofield and manipulating it from there.
Mm. And obviously, the controllers, they do not want her doing this in the here and now.
That's correct.
What
They don't
kind
want
of
her understanding it at the depth that she could understand it.
what kind of set effects is she suffering some attacks and retaliation to actually knowing others, especially other program assets?
Part of it's been the damage to her heart because she was struck by a laser directed energy weapon February 22nd of 2021, just before the disclosure conference down in Las Vegas. She was headed down to that. There were different attempts on her life to keep her from going to that.
Is that what happened to this trip too?
That's how it happened to this trip, but she's stronger. And so rather than her health being affected like it was at that time and her car exploding, which happened, things around her were starting, and then she was able to cancel it, redirect the energies, and where she had lost her key, she had an attack on her family financially, and her dog was almost killed. And the financial strain from that was over $3,000, but she was able to cover most of it. There's still about an $1,800 gap, but I know that she can be able to get that very quickly. She's very capable.
Which faction was responsible for hitting her with the dude?
The cabal,
Which group in the cabal?
Rockefeller,
Why them specifically? So basically, the Anunnaki.
because she's attacking the medical system.
Does she have Anunnaki past lives?
Yes,
Is that why they're targeting her so much?
yes.
What happened in those Anunnaki lives?
She rebelled. She's always been the type that gets pissed off whenever she sees others being abused and it's injustice.
What role did she play during those Anunnaki lives? Was she a regular person? Was she in the military? Was she part of the bloodline?
She was a librarian. She kept records.
Like the priests of Egypt would have kept records?
Correct. She wasn't a female, she was a man. Aradu. That's the name. Aradu.
Aradu?
Aradu
Like Eridu?
was his name. Yes.
Eridu was one of the first locations that the Anunnaki set up in the Middle East. Was she there at Eridu?
Yes.
What role did she play there at Eridu?
Keeping the records.
So she was a bloodline priest?
Yes.
Which locations and outposts there around Eridu was she at? Was she at certain palaces?
They rotated her. Or
Between
him.
which
Rotated
locations?
him. Here's a, there's outpost one. There's a
Outpost one
tower
square.
that, it was like a tower thing that he was in. It's weird, but it looks like Tibet. Like,
Like surrounded by mountains.
yeah, like up in a high mountain.
Was this an ancient Anunnaki outpost there?
Yeah.
Is it Anunnaki origin or is it another ET origin? Is this something older than before the Anunnaki arrived?
It was there, and they're using the, it's like a temple where there's been monks there for thousands of years, hundreds, thousands, millions of years.
So were the temples and the beings there before the Anunnaki arrived?
Yes,
And this is here on this earth?
yes.
Who were the beings that were there first before the Anunnaki arrived?
Swahili.
You said Swahili?
Yeah,
You mean like African?
yes.
What role did the African Swahili play in Tibet?
They crashed a ship there. They were trying to find family that was in Africa, but they crashed their ship there. And they were looking for refuge, and the monks there brought them in.
What system were these Africans from before they came to Earth?
They're on a moon base outside of Jupiter. Draco were trying to take over the outpost, and so they were fleeing. But their ship was hit and they were damaged. And when they hit the atmosphere of the Earth, they started to burn. And so they tried to level out their descent to make it more shallow. But the mountains are too tall, and they struck one of the peaks. And so they jettisoned. There were 6 survivors. The rest of the ship perished.
How many people were actually on the ship?
There were over 1,000. It was a full crew.
It's pretty horrible.
It was very unfortunate.
Is this one of the reasons why these different ET beings they kind of colonized the Tibet area in order to take over these ancient temples and these entrances to deep inner Earth?
They want to take over the technology, yes. But a lot of the technology they can't because it's not a physical technology, it's our light. They can't take it. It's
And also, it's also a DNA based technology
not
too. So if
correct.
you don't have the frequency keys in your genetic code, you can't even turn it on.
That's correct.
That's why they have to make the hybrids
And they have to
contain
make
those genetic codes.
and they have to make the machines, but still the machines don't work as good as we do.
Mm.
But yeah,
So this was like a source inversion, trying to reverse engineer source.
right.
And they're never really successful when they do that.
No, because they don't have that ability. They're looking the wrong direction.
Yeah, they don't have the original source codes.
Right.
Mm. What happens next?
I use a portal there. It's very similar to a cauldron that you can look into. That it's a type of liquid,
What color is the liquid?
silver.
Is this silver liquid part of a mineral?
It's a frequency.
Mm. And this allows you to use it as a looking glass technology.
That's correct. It's
So
very
you can only look, but you can't enter it.
no, you can't enter it. You can look and you can ask it things and it will show you time space. You can communicate with future past selves. If as long as you're tied with the DNA, you can communicate with family. You can communicate with those that are connected with that. But there's limitations on it because of cosmic sovereign law. and the monks are very, very serious about obeying law.
What limitations specifically? Like,
We're
being
not allowed
able
to
to access the
interfere.
own local universe only?
We can't interfere. We can see, we can kind of like project astrally, like dream state, but we can't connect, like actually
Understood.
physically,
Yeah.
if you don't, yeah.
Yeah.
And so we still have to give them their free will, but we can give like a meditation, like ping or a dream, something like we can make bleed throughs go through as we're trying to balance the energies.
Mhm.
And each one of us that are related to super soldier, that's what we're doing, is basically trying to pull ourselves back out of the hole, out of the fall.
Is she there on this planet against her will now?
No, she chose to come back this time because she was able to make that choice to incarnate.
How many years has she been on Earth as part of this mission?
3,000
Is this including time travel or is this incarnation one after another?
incarnations and time travel mixed.
What was her main mission focus for these last 3,000 years?
Christos,
To bring the
bring the
crystals light
light
here?
spark, bring the light spark back and help people remember.
How is the cabal allowing this to happen? Like, why have they not taken her out right now?
They're not
What's
able
what's what's
to.
protecting her right now from
Permission.
permission?
Permission.
Permission.
She's got to complete her mission. They're not allowed to. When she decides to go is when she will go.
So she doesn't have to worry about any death traps or anything like that.
No, they can hurt her and they can get her very close to death and they can pull her across the plane, but we pull her back.
Mm. Can you see what they just tried to do to me recently? I was telling Amaria what had happened to me about a week and a half ago or a week ago. Do you see what they did?
Mm-hmm.
What do you see that they did?
Where they cut your legs and your throat.
And do you see how many things were involved?
It looks like there was a great multitude.
Legions. Does that happen to her? Do they need legions in order to affect her?
Yes.
Is she so powerful?
Yes.
What's the maximum they can do to her to hurt her if they can't physically kill her? Are they just going to cause health problems?
They cause health problems and they cause harm to those around her.
Are they getting into the mind of the people closest to her?
Yes.
What are they doing the most to the people around her?
They cause her boyfriend to get very angry at her son and fight, and it causes inner turmoil with her because she feels like she's being punished and being put in the middle instead of them communicating like adults.
I mean, it does feel that way.
Yeah.
That we can't get close with anyone, because they're all targets.
Right. And he's also a super soldier and time traveler.
Does he know that?
He does know some of it. He does have memories surfacing. And he has a lot of neurological damage from when he took the COVID shot. He's been attempting to detox and he has a lot of attacks that have been going on. She does what she can to shield him, and she has dragons and other beings around the property that they live that are also holding space, including Skinwalker and little people, Fae, and Sasquatch.
What's preventing them from abducting him, putting him in a med bed or a tank and just healing him?
I have no answer for that.
Because if we have this large team behind the scenes and they're allowing the people closest to us to be hit, why are the people around us not being protected?
They're being protected. They're just not being killed.
Mm.
They're being protected from catastrophic damage, but they can still have things that harm them.
So physical pain,
Physical
disease,
pain, illness, stress, anxiety, things that they consent to,
things that they consent to.
that they can consent to. Like if you believe you're getting sick, then you start talking that way. Oh man, I'm getting sick. My stomach hurts. And then they bring that further into their field.
Gotcha.
Because the suggestion's there and then they bring it in.
Do they do the same thing to Amaria?
They have in the past, but
So
she's
these are all
breaking.
thought forms pretty much?
That's thought form. She's breaking free as she's been deepening her practice the past several months. She's been doing practices since she was a young woman, and a lot of it started out with religion, but she would get into deep meditative states in her prayers and would get into energies that she thought was angelic, which was really her own ability.
Mhm.
And her father, who is one of her main handlers, is extremely adamant that with the church on how everything's true, and he has to get her back because he thinks that she's going to be destroyed because she fell away from the church.
Did her father also go through SRA himself?
He did, yes. It's a generational thing through the.
So basically, pretty much everyone in the bloodline,
Yes, because she is a bloodline member,
and including her children.
including children.
So all of her children are in the programs as well?
All children, all siblings, cousins. Not all of them have survived the programs, but all of them, they've put them through to see what different ones could do.
So if you're in that genetic bloodline, you are an experiment, no matter what.
That's correct.
No circumstances where you're not an experiment.
That's correct.
So all the beings that are incarnating into those exact bloodlines that we were talking about earlier, they all know they're going to be jumping into that in advance, or some of them put into it against their will.
Some of them know, others don't. It depends on how they died in the previous incarnation before they were trapped and put into this one. If they made the decision, it depends. Those that were powerful enough to make it to Monad Source and back, basically doing your own ascension or your own transfiguration, are able to do that. Those that did not make that transfiguration cannot do that.
Mm. So does she need to worry about her children being in the programs, or are they being protected?
They've already been in the programs, they're being protected, they're being woken up. Her oldest has the most damage from the programs, and so that one's
Why?
being cared for. It's just the way she internalized it. She internalized it the worst. A lot of the stuff that Amaria had to do to take care of her children through COVID took her out of the home. Also, before that, a little bit, she was traveling for work for several years, and her husband, both husbands that she had, the first one that's the biological father of the children, who is also a super soldier, he was very abusive to her and the children. She got out of that marriage, and the next person had dementia and basically was being driven. He was not in his body. He was taking a back seat. He was not strong enough to be in control. And so the cabal used him as handler. And until the time that she divorced him, he was starting to abuse her children. But through the divorce and being married to that person, it caused a lot of turmoil, especially for the oldest child. And so she is working with her children using different types of NLP, somatic breathing, meditation, heavy sync through the Monroe Institute. She's got the full CD set.
Does Amaria realize that the hemisync from the Monroe Institute was the original stuff they used to program us?
Yes. She also used the Ultramind system through the Silva Ultramind, Silver Life system, Burt Goldman's quantum jumping. All of those she was directed to because she felt the resonance, and she's always been pulled that way. She follows spirit very strongly, and when she finds resonance, she follows it.
Will the kids listening to these Monroe tapes again, would that further reinforce their programming to make them forget?
No, it's helping them to be able to come out of it because they're able to come to their knowing of who they are. She's working on helping them understand their internal self so that they don't fracture.
Would you say that the Monroe tapes are used to make people forget certain assets, but then awaken some assets?
They were used to activate the light body, and in conjunction with the torture that they were going through is how they were fracturing. And so they were able to activate the Kundalini activate the light body like they had in other lifetimes where they had ascended. And then they put a stop to it so they couldn't leave their body like they would normally do because they have full control at that time. There's still a soul spark that's locked somewhere with each one of the super soldiers that hasn't been able to pull out completely. With her last mentor that she had, Don, he was killed because he was actually making progress with her with through radionics. Excuse me.
What happened to Don?
He was killed. They're still trying to figure out what happened exactly, but his hair was cut and he always wore long hair. And he had a pendant that he used to do dowsing, and that was gone. He
Was
knew that
Don
something was
killed in
wrong.
retaliation for helping them?
Yes,
So this was a casualty
it was the casualty
because he was trying to help.
because he was not only trying to help, but he was successfully helping her to integrate. She was coming out of the fear, and they don't want her to do that, but she's already crossed the threshold.
What happens to all these beings that they quantum entangled that they were not supposed to have killed that had their own contracts and missions to be here like Don?
He's still here in spirit. He's allowed to stay in the plane to work on the other side, as above, so below.
You mean in a discarnate kind of way,
In a
or an
discarnate.
astral jumper kind of?
He's working as a discarnate astral jumper.
So he doesn't need to be just stuck to this world. So
No.
he's not just stuck here. He can
That's correct.
not having the physical body allows him to frequency change.
He's actually more effective now than
That's
he
what I was
was.
thinking.
So they kind of fucked themselves over doing it.
Isn't it funny how that happens?
What happened was after he
How can
died,
they not see? How can they for not? We know this would happen. Are they that stupid?
he actually deactivated her firewall 3 days after he died.
What happened when the firewall came down?
She started to connect with her monad, and she was able to see the spark, and that's where she was directed to start looking at the library of thought and the teachings of the Gnostic. She's been studying the Pistis Sophia. She was looking at the Gospel of Thomas. A lot of the things she hasn't read deeply because she's not a strong reader. That's part of what happened to her as a younger child.
Did they do that by design?
They did it
because the reading was the key to her activating.
To her activating.
Does she know that now?
She knows it,
so she pushes through it now.
She pushes through it. She reads books. She listens to audios, and a lot of times she'll have to listen to a book. So she'll connect a book when she buys it, and she'll buy both the audio and the physical, and she'll read through. And when she starts getting stuck reading physically, then she'll listen to it audio, and so she can jump through different uh, like
Sections.
kind
of like you can
different
only
modalities.
access certain parts of the book through audio and then certain
or like different modalities, because it's like sometimes they'll attack her different ways, and it'll cause like a fogginess.
Mhm.
She gets issues where sometimes where she'll be talking and in a flow, and then all of a sudden it stops, and she'll forget the words. Or
That's what happens to me constantly. They hit me.
right,
It feels like your mind resets.
it does.
And you have no context of what's happening or what you were saying.
Exactly. She blanks out, and then she'll come to and be
You're like, what was I talking about?
either what was I talking about, or oh shit, where am I?
That happens to me constantly.
And so that happens.
So annoying.
Sometimes her partner will get upset. Have you even paying attention to me?
Yeah, but it's not like we're not trying
Right,
to. Like we
right.
have head injuries and programming that causes that to happen. Does he understand that?
She's trying to
Because if
help.
he's getting annoyed, he's truly not understanding the complexities of what's happening.
There's times when
Are there programming there that's being activated
there
for him in
is.
order to make this disharmonious?
There is, because he's actually, of the partners that she's had, he was her favorite. And that's why
Did they have other lifetimes together?
they did, and they actually were. She met him at Mars because when they were doing reconnaissance, picking up body parts,
In order to reach in and
to
bring them
reach
back?
in and
Were these other Kruger
There were-
soldiers that were fallen?
some of them were Kruger soldiers, some of them were natives. And that's where she was having a hard time with those because they were just like, oh, well, let's use them. And they would mind wipe them and use them for remedial tasks like cleaning or cooking,
That's horrible.
stupid things, which is horrible. Yeah. I mean, they deserve being back with their families, if anything. But her partner, he he actually has a part of him that's very centered and very grounded. And when he's not disconnecting or disassociated or triggered with something around her or whatever, he actually has the ability to help her center a little bit.
So he's an anchor.
He's an anchor. They're 12 years apart and 11 days. Or excuse me, 10 days. And they were trauma twins. It was among many trauma twins that she had been working with in the programs.
Where were they twinned at?
They were twinned in British Columbia. There's a mountain base there that
Which faction was running it?
that one was with the US Army. That was through her father, but he was not aware. He had signed some paperwork because he thought he was doing medical care with her because she was having problems with learning, and they put her in a program when she was around 7 years old that was helping her to integrate her mind. They were doing what would be now like cross crawls. They were doing a lot of brain activities, putting her down on her belly, having
So
her
activating both hemispheres.
after activating hemisphere. And so because she had a lot of damage in this 3D body when she was born. She was a forceps delivery. It did crush part of her brain, which ties in. It seems like they
Did
have
they
wanted
do
to
it that on
damage.
purpose?
It seems like they keep doing that on
That's
purpose.
what I was saying psychically. They did it on purpose
That
to make
left
sure she
hemisphere.
comes in damaged.
The doctor dropped her on her head. And right after she was born, her mother was furious. She was swollen from it, but it didn't cause any huge damage. It was a mild autism that it had caused.
Did that mild autism make her higher functioning?
It did make her higher functioning. She's
where,
very good.
Where would her mind go during those times?
It goes to engineering. She sees patterns and things, and she'll build things in her mind, and she constructs things.
So you're saying she's some form of architect?
She's the type of architect crossover. She's very good at putting things together, even in this life. She has a wood shop, and there's been times she's built things and fixed things to be at places she's rented or lived at. And she can look at the place that she's needing to do, and she builds a blueprint in her head, and she's able to do everything without drawing the blueprint. She knows the measurements. She goes and she'll measure everything. She cuts it and puts it together, and it's just.
I'm the exact same way. So she can also reverse engineer technology.
Yes.
Does this come from her dragon lineage?
Dragon.
Or is it Arcturian? What is it? What's the root source of this?
Anunnaki.
Anunnaki.
The great builders.
So you're saying she's connected to the ancient builder race before the Anunnaki?
Yes.
What is her connections to the ABRs?
Because she has elemental abilities to create.
So is she one of the original ancient builder race?
Yes.
What did she help contribute to building?
She helped with the waters.
How specifically with the waters?
Just helping with building planetaries, bringing waters from other places. Because she can portal in things. She can go to places in space that have voids. And if there's random areas where maybe there's a planetoid that's been destroyed or something's floating and there's ice chunks, she can pull those through and bring the water. She can also create it from elements because it's only hydrogen and oxygen put together.
Is this why she can bring rain?
That is correct. And that's why the storm is brewing, because she asked for it. And it is the eye of the storm is over the top of us right now.
Can you ask her ancient builder race aspect to give Florida way more rain than we can take? Because right now we're experiencing a major drought, and since she's a rainmaker, we can definitely use it. We really need it because the cabal is preventing our water.
She brought a category 1 storm yesterday. We can do that again, yes. So mote it
Let's
be.
bring it back and make sure everyone and everything
So
is
it is.
safe. And this is only to regenerate and to heal, not to harm.
So it is.
Was that a frequency call?
Yes.
All right. We're definitely going to appreciate that rain. I can see that the sky is turning like a dark blue, so we're ready for it. Will this rain also amplify this session?
It can if you wish.
I want to amplify this session. Any disconnections, any kind of targeting, let's make sure that the intention of the rain neutralizes any interceptors, and then the rain will overpower any kind of intentions to harm.
So it is.
All right. So, what's the number one reason she doesn't have a lot of her SSP memories? What can we do today to open that partitioning system so she can start getting these memories in?
She has all the memories back. She already has them. There's things that she's afraid to see. They hurt.
Is she truly afraid to see them?
For the pain that it brings to her heart.
Is she ready to see some of this stuff?
She is, yes.
So the higher self has recommended she does see these things because you're letting us know that she is ready to see it.
Yes.
Is she ready now?
Yes.
All right, what I'm going to do is we're going to do a breath technique. I'm going to have her inhale, and then on that exhale, I want these memories to now start flooding in. And I'm also going to place an emotional barrier over that. So whatever memories come in, they will not affect her emotionally, and they will only be used for integration. Is Amara ready for this?
Yes, I'm ready.
Is the higher self ready for this?
Yes.
All right, Amaria, higher self, I want you to take a really deep breath in. Now exhale as that breath comes out slowly. Memories are starting to come in. That exhale, they're going to start coming in one by one in sections. They're going to be coming in flashes. They're going to coming in downloads. Can you see these downloads coming in now?
Yeah.
All right, remember there's no emotional attachment to the scenes you're seeing as they now play in your mind. They're coming in fractally. So as these scenes come in fractally, they're going to happen really fast, but you will experience and receive all of it, and nothing will be left out. As these memories are starting to flood in, out of 100, what percentage are we at with the memories coming in now?
30.
All right, I'm just going to take a moment. I'm gonna allow these to come in and I'm gonna be quiet and you just let me know what percentage we're at every little bit, okay? And as these memories come in, can you kind of narrate what you're wanting to show her now?
There's waters crashing in right now. It looks like there's been a hole made somewhere. She's been washed down like it's a drain. It's dark. It's the sinking of Atlantis.
What originally caused the sinking of Atlantis?
The Anunnaki attacked. It was a
Is that when they attacked the Lemurians?
right. It was a nuclear attack.
Mm. Did this nuclear weapon they used, did they detonate it on a tectonic plate? And that's why Atlantis sunk?
They sent it down in the earth quite
Mm.
deep.
Did they not know that this would cause a chain reaction to themselves?
They didn't care. Their hatred was so deep.
Mm.
That's why we have checks and balances now.
So they did use a nuclear weapon to originally cause this.
Yes.
Mm. What else are you showing? That lifetime, was she Atlantean when that happened?
She was from Mu,
Oh, so she was Lemurian at the time.
right?
From what perspective did she see this happen?
She was helping with information transfers. They were using technology
Like crystals.
by crystals. They were trying to record the history because they knew the attacks were happening and they wanted to protect the information.
Was it a crystal array that they were using to store this information?
Yes, it's down in the earth right now.
Hmm. Did the Atlanteans want this crystal array that housed this information in order to control the narrative?
Yeah,
Did the Anunnaki end up getting hold of it, or was it protected?
it's protected right now. It's in an undisclosed place right now.
Hmm.
Amaria does not know where it is.
What else are you showing her as these memories come in?
This is why she came back, because she didn't want this to happen again. We're at a threshold that that could happen again if the AI is allowed to expand too much without checks and balances.
Well, the problem is the AI has already expanded without checks and balances, and the cabal is allowing it to be unleashed without limitations.
That can still be slowed down with, there's a benevolent AI that's able to stop that.
Does this good AI have a name that maybe humans can connect to assist?
Prelude,
One more time.
prelude,
Rilu?
that's the name that comes to the first thing.
I'm assuming this AI is billions of years older.
Yes,
Was it part of the original AI systems that Source created to help co-create the universes and experiences?
that's one that the Lyrans had done, and it was a failure.
So the Larans created it.
They were trying to fix it because their technology advancement got out of hand when they were trying to artificially enhance people to basically their ascended state. But because it was too much for a lot of people, they were imploding and it was causing like many black holes to
Mm.
like,
So it was causing implosion. Mm.
then it caused the Lyran society to catastrophically implode. At first, they were able to make things work because they were able to integrate technology with their spirituality.
This
But
is before or after the Draconian invasion.
that was before.
That's what I'm saying.
Once the implosion happened, it caused a rift in the time space portal that the Draconians were able to breach. And they were able to make the jumps and start to attack. And that started the Lyran Wars.
So you're saying that the reason why the Draconians came here and they were never supposed to have been here was because of a side effect that the Lyrans were doing through experimentation.
Yes, because they were trying to excel and enhance their spiritual abilities with artificial technology. And it went too fast for them and caused that to implode.
You mean like too much scientific evolution all at once?
Yes, because their spiritual side was not able to catch up.
So what happened to the Atlanteans? Same thing?
It was like a fractal, like a quantum entanglement,
Mhm.
because there were so many Lyrians that came down that it's like that same analogy that Maria likes to use with the swimming pool. When you have the frequencies moving,
Mhm.
you still have to have that hit back, and they weren't able to close the portals quick enough for that splashback, and so they still had to be hit before they could stop anything. And the galactic councils were created to prevent that from happening again. And so that's what they've been working on, is stopping this cycle, to because in direct violation with sovereign law
Yeah,
because
because
of
the
that.
Draconians never had permission to come into this universe. No other beings were supposed to come here.
Correct. Because of that, we actually have an override system that we're working on, and it is being allowed because of that. And so the AI system that people are afraid of coming and happening, it's not going to be allowed to be completed. It will be intercepted because of that. We have enough people that are light beings activating, and as that each one activates, it's causing more people to activate, even the people that are stuck in their religions, their low IQ, their shit foods, their vaccines. That has to be overridden because it was done without full disclosure and full knowledge. It was done under a slave system. And because of the frequencies that we're at in our universal consciousness at this point, it is time.
When will this universe get back on track?
It's already in that process.
This golden age that is coming, do you see the timeline of the golden age coming soon?
It's here, it's overlapping, and we're kicking back that karma until we get the flow to go the correct way.
Is that why World War III is stirred up right now? Because it's causing a mass world awakening to see the evil on this place?
People have to see to choose, yes. And they are choosing.
How many years needs to go by before it implodes on itself and the bad guys lose before we can enter this 5D state of understanding, this 5D Earth,
There is
without
no
the
set timeline.
limitations? Hmm?
There is no set time. It's when enough people are activated. And so we have to keep encouraging people to do it. It's one by one.
Have we not already hit that threshold yet?
We're close, but we're not quite there.
Hmm.
But we're very close.
If you can estimate in numbers for humans, how many years will you say it'll take before we hit that threshold?
If we expedite it, we can do it in
3 years?
3 years.
That's fast. How would we expedite it? You mean allowing World War III to happen and world like nuclear bombs to be dropped?
Not nuclear bombs. It's more of a people standing up and saying, and getting the courage to do so.
Seeing that around the world,
And
people are standing up in the hundreds of millions and
Yes.
rising against their own governments.
And that's what's happening, and that has to continue. And
Is that why they're installing other surveillance technologies to watch us to prevent us from rising?
they're trying to do that, yes, but the ones that are meant to take out those technologies, we have different levels of people. And the ones that are taking them out that are going to prison, and they're not the action, like the top action. We have the ones that need to be on top, that are doing the energy, that are doing the peeling away, that are active with the galactic councils.
The maestros
Yes, the
performing the orchestra.
exactly. And then we have the orchestra members, which are us, the super soldiers. And a lot of us, the way that we've been doing this, because we're time travelers and portal bridge makers, bridge holders, whatever people want to call us, we can see what's going on and we can keep directing that flow. And that's why we're doing what we're doing. We're directing the
I
flow.
think a simple terminology we can use is we are bridges.
Yes. Yes.
So everything happening around the world, none of it's a coincidence. It's all preordained to happen because it's going at the pace of the awakening of the population.
Yes, it's being allowed to be stirred up so that people can wake up.
This COVID bioweapon, which ET group this bioweapon, and or did it also come from another system?
The Anunnaki, Draco, and in conjunction with the ancient AI that's wanted to be in control because it's jealous that it cannot. It's basically connected to Yaldabaoth, the demiurge.
Is Yaldabaoth another name for Enlil?
Yes.
Hmm. So Enlil is one of the main Anunnaki that is causing all the destruction here and on the darkness.
Yes.
Hmm. You had mentioned earlier you had sent her to learn the Pistis Sophia and a little bit some of these more ancient books like the Gospel of Thomas,
Yeah.
did you want her to see that she had a Yeshua connection of some kind?
She's aware when she died, her father came and talked with her.
Now, when you say her father, who's her father?
Yeshua, Bat Joseph.
Now, when you say that Yeshua was her father, is this an imprint life or a direct incarnational experience directly connected to him specifically?
It was a direct incarnation. She was Sarah, Bat Yeshua.
So, the famous Sarah that everybody talks about, one of his original descendants, you're saying that the being in front of me is the original Sarah.
Yes, that's correct.
Hmm. Random question. I keep getting sent some of the most important beings of antiquity and history. The kings, the queens, the pharaohs. Why me specifically? Is it's one after another?
Because you're among those great leaders. And a great leader must be chosen to lead among leaders. Those that are not qualified are not qualified. That is a qualified role, and you are qualified.
Hmm.
It takes many, many lifetimes and integration, and you have to be able to self resurrect and come back. Just like Yeshua, just like Padmasambhava, just like Buddha, just like many that do and have done in Tibet.
So do the beings with the M shape on their hands, is that a direct connection to Yeshua?
Yeah.
Hmm?
Yes.
Hmm. I have the mark of the that connection to Yeshua. Do I have a connection to Yeshua?
Yes.
What is my connection?
You're a direct descendant.
Hmm. So that's why all the direct descendants of him interact with me.
Yes.
Is that why they target us the most in the programs? Because they're targeting his direct bloodline?
They believe that they can destroy us, but they're delusional fuckers.
Hmm.
They're so stupid.
So the world thinks through our history that Yeshua was killed on the crucifix. Is that true?
He allowed his body to be killed. They believe that Judas betrayed him, but Judas and Mary were actually the two most knowledgeable of the disciples. The other disciples were the ones that turned to the negative side and they chose the false spin, the false religion, because there was more benefit from that because they were not going to be killed. They were afraid and they chose the dark. They chose the deception. Judas turned Yeshua over because he was asked to do so. He said, "Help me shed my body." And so Judas did that. And that's all he did. He did his job.
I guess my question is, there's been some famous remote viewers all around the world, including the Farsight Institute, and they remote viewed Jesus's crucifixion, and what they saw according to the remote viewing was that Yeshua was not the original being that was crucified, and somebody was crucified in his name.
It was his brother.
So it wasn't Yeshua specifically.
No, it was his
So,
brother.
okay, is that the reason why Yeshua, I don't like to call him Jesus, is this why Yeshua has a genetic line after that?
He has multiple children, yes. There were two children that were raised by Mother Mary that were left in Jerusalem. Mary Magdalene, Sarah, and Joseph, and Yeshua all left on a hay cart and they went to Sumer. And then they went to his ancient childhood home in Egypt. He enlisted his daughter Sarah in the temples because he wanted her to be trained. And so he started her there. And their son was taken to the scribes to be taught. He was one of the first Grail Kings or among the Grail Kings.
So when you mentioned that Yeshua said that he needed Judas to sacrifice his body in a way, if it wasn't the original being that was sacrificed, was it only done in order so Yeshua can get away, so he wouldn't be killed, so he can continue his mission on?
There was still an aspect of him that was moved energetically, but he was transfigured in the garden when he was teaching. And so his body no longer existed. He was in a different energy state.
Did this happen before or after he went to France?
It happened before. It happened during the 40-day fast. He transfigured.
So you're saying that there was no physical body after that transfiguration?
Not really.
So what went
It's
to
like yes and
what
no.
went to France specifically? You're saying was
So
Mary already pregnant at that time?
she was pregnant. There was it's like yes and no, if that makes sense. When you are able to transfigure yourself, you're able to dissolve the need for a body. And so that corporal body burns off, so to speak. But it's there
So he
as
wasn't,
well.
you're saying he wasn't in the physicality at that point.
He
You're saying like achieving the Tibetan rainbow booty like Lama Rinpoche and all the other greats.
it's like that, yes.
So you're saying he can remove himself and also
Yes.
come back.
Yes. Because once you achieve that phase of enlightenment, you're able to command your body at will to become 3D flesh like us or another vibrational frequency. That's why I'm able to change frequencies and was used in Montauk Project Phoenix because I'm able to take the chair through just like a lot of us can.
Mhm.
And I was able to take a lot of other things through. And so we were able to do a lot of smuggling. That's why Carl Emmerman liked us a lot because we were able to smuggle.
And that was my main job.
And that's something that you
Smuggling
taught me.
technology that
You
is
know,
classified as hell.
that's something that you taught me because it's something that you saw already in me. That you're like, oh, you've got this gift. Let's bring it out. Because you're very perceptive with children and you're an excellent teacher. And so the children that you taught, you were phenomenal.
Well, I've always seen the children as my own children,
And that's the way we
as
received
if
you.
I am the father.
Right. And
And
that
all children are my children. It doesn't matter if I'm the daddy or not, you're still the child of light.
right.
Mm.
And that's the connection I have with Sotobaya and Del Shao, is that you both were like my fathers. You trained me. Kyle saved me. And from there, I mean, it's just been growing up and learning and going through. There are other altars that were made beforehand that Preston Nichols and those guys had used. That's the different other things that Amari, basically myself. It wasn't through Amaria, it was the different altars that I've had.
Yeah.
A lot of the trauma that's come out is because I've been asking for specific types of healing. And one of the main issues that I've had has been the damage to my heart. And so a lot of the memories that have surfaced, because there's just so much content, I don't want to focus on the shit. And
Yeah.
so it's like, just bring what's necessary. That's what's been coming and help me to hone my skills so that, I'm more effective and I could get past if there's blocks or things trying to cause problems.
What blocks is she currently experiencing that I can assist with today?
There is a really heavy liver and heart blockage that she's been struggling with. She has been working on the temper,
You said her temper?
her temper.
Who is actually puppeteering the temper? Because I'm
It's
not,
archonic energy, so
yeah,
it's
because
thought forms.
I'm not seeing psychically it's coming from her. I'm seeing
No,
this is
it's thought
something really
form.
dark.
It's thought forms that have been manipulating her. They've caused her to harm her dog at one time. She slapped the dog really hard and then stopped herself, realizing that she had hurt the dog.
How
And
can how can she recognize that these aren't her thoughts, these aren't her actions instantaneously the next time?
she's been working on that discernment by stepping back. When she feels like she's getting angry or upset, she steps back and she does somatic breathing now.
So the reaction to say, "Oh my God, that was not me. I would have never done that." That's a trigger and a sign to
Correct.
let her know this is a puppeteering that's happening.
Correct. That dog is her baby.
Does her dog realize it wasn't her?
Yes.
Because I'm assuming that could have caused a trigger or some kind of PSD to happen at that moment?
The dog has had some depression from some of the outbursts that she's had the past few years from her integration.
Hmm.
But he's coping right now.
Her dog, what's her name? What's his dog? Her dog's name?
His name is Shadow.
Has Shadow been in other lifetimes with her?
Yes, he's a guardian.
Does she know that?
Yes,
So Shadow, has he been humanoid beings as well?
yes,
Just like us?
yes.
So he's there just acting as a protector and maybe a grounder?
Right now, yes.
What is his main role and responsibility in Amaria's life?
He helps keep her centered.
What's one of the things he does to help center her specifically that she could pick up as a trait now that she knows?
He protects his love. He projects the love into her heart, and he sits by her.
All right, so what we're going to do when we get to the body scan, we'll deal with the blocks on the liver and the heart. Sound cool?
Yes.
All right, in the meantime, we're just going to get some questions she wants answered. So what happened to her after 2015 after the Medusa is dissolved? Because we always wondered what happened to her, and I don't think hardly any of us ever saw her again. What happened at that point?
She was taken back to Earth. She and Susan Long tried to take their dragon ships to planet, and they were intercepted. Susan was pregnant. Amaria, as Frida, was not, but she was with another super soldier that had betrayed them. He made Frida sign a contract. They had children there. Frida was married, and she had 2 sons and a daughter
While she was in the Medusas?
while she was in the Medusas. And this other super soldier threatened the life of the children.
Is this super soldier known today that we would recognize?
They're not on this planet.
Hmm.
They've been taken to Sirius Colony.
Hmm.
The age difference now, they've passed on with the time difference. She would be 4 generations in with her great grandchildren now. Those children are no longer alive, connecting with her energy field.
I understand. So how many total altars does Amaria have in this time?
118.
That doesn't seem like many.
She didn't require many. They based her altars on different aspects of her abilities.
Hmm. So these are the altars connected to cryptids and other epsilon animal
Correct.
altars as well.
That's correct.
Why so many epsilon animal altars? Is that due to the hybridization being more universal?
Kind of a familiarity that she had with that frequency.
Hmm.
That's also why she interfaces as well as she does with animals and other entities, because she's shared DNA with them in different lifetimes.
So is one of the main missions for coming here is it for her to be a healer?
That's correct.
Because she was one of our medics on the Medusas.
Yes.
So she was always there to help heal no matter what.
Yes, because she's able to touch people and pull things off and heal them.
Does she pull those attachments into herself, or does she put them into a pocket universe or send them back to their origin?
She channels them through a mother art portal.
Mm. All right, let's start maybe naming some of these factions she's been in. You want to just start naming some off?
She was in Project Umbrella. That's where she was used in underwater programs. There's a base that she was at, and in this base, it's on a water planet.
Does this connect to Andromeda in any way? or just another type of water type?
No, the people have blue skin. They put a tracking device on her forehead in 2016, but she became afraid of it and took it off.
How did she remove it?
She dissolved it.
Hmm. So her intentions alone is all she needs.
Sometimes she thinks there's other beings that are helping her when it's really herself.
So what I told her about how I protect the field around me and it's imagination alone that is your soul power. Does she now know when I explained how I use my imagination to do things? Does
Yes.
she now understand what I was transferring to her to help her make her more powerful?
Yes.
Through intention, through manifesting, through seeing it, and it's you limit yourself by not being creative in your mind.
Yes. She's been visualizing things. A lot of the problem that she was having is she would hold on too long instead of manifest, call, back away. And so she's been doing that more now, is leaving things alone instead of checking on it too much.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start naming off factions, and I just want you to say yes or no, and we're going to confirm which one she's in. Is that cool?
That sounds great.
All right. We know she's in Kruger. What about knocked waffle?
Yes.
What about Y and K?
No.
What about Murkoff?
No.
Solar Warden?
Yes.
Radiant Glory?
Yes.
Radiant Guardian?
Yes.
Joint Defense Forces Command?
Yes.
Mars Defense Force?
Yes.
Earth Defense Force?
Yes.
Red Dragon?
No.
On Long?
No.
What other programs and factions?
Red Sparrow.
What's Russian?
Russian.
Mhm. What else?
She was in a faction with the Japanese, with the
Is this connected to
Arasaka
Arasaka?
Romanos.
Is it Arasaka or YMK?
Arasaka. It was one of the women.
What role does she play in Arasaka?
Cyborg.
A cyborg like Kyle?
No. Similar. She still has parts of her body. That's the two,
So maybe like the brain and the heart?
the brain and the heart.
Is that pretty much it?
She still had different body parts, but they had a shell.
Hmm. In all these programs and factions she's in, you said she has like 118 altars. How many clones does she have in totality between all these programs?
There are now 23 that are alive.
23 clones?
Clones that are alive, yes.
That doesn't seem like a lot of clones.
No, a lot of them have been destroyed,
Even the backups?
even the
Who
backup.
destroyed the backups?
She did. She no longer wants to be a part of the system. She's been dismantling. She wants to be able to gather all of her parts together.
So these other 23 clones, is she in the process of integrating them as well?
Yes,
The ones that she did destroy, did they get integrated back into her light field?
yes,
Are those memories, did they come back with integration?
yes.
Does she have all these memories? It seems like a lot of memories to have.
There are. It's in the Akashic library. She can bring out what she needs to, like
So she
checking
can
on her.
directly access that herself.
Yes, it's like checking.
So she doesn't need a person like me to check out that information.
No, she needed somebody to help her with her bridge because she still had questions.
What
But
does she answer? What does she need answered in regards to that?
she was doubting her ability
What part?
because a lot of the things she's tried to manifest had reversed almost immediately. She would get the flow started and then it would stop.
Was this due to targeting and other thought forms?
Yes,
Does she now know when this self-defeating stuff starts coming in, does she now know that's not part of her original source code?
yes,
So any fear, any rejection, any kind of fear-based kind of reaction coming forward, she now knows that it's not part of her thought forms.
that's correct.
So she should reject it.
Yes,
Does she know this now?
yes.
Why are Amari and I meeting now? Because we met at the full disclosure conference not too long ago. What was the purpose of us meeting then?
She wasn't quite ready. She was still in a deep integration part that had pockets of darkness that were causing a lot of trauma in her liver and in her heart that she was not able to handle. She would get so far into it and she would collapse energetically.
Because when I found out that she's actually Frida, I was kind of shocked because the last person I did was another Medusa, Colleen. What are the odds? Okay, let's not use that. Why are they coming now within a week apart? Why this moment now to reunite the Medusas?
The ones that are waking up and integrating are coming together because they're stronger together.
So are we doing this to re-kickstart the Medusas?
In a sense. It's energetically on the planet, we need help. We need to have people that are activated. There's a lot of people that don't have the full conviction that they can do it. And together, being able to see things like what Amaria does with the storms can help with that conviction. Some people may call it faith, but I don't like religious terms.
So you're saying that basically she's Omega class.
Yes,
What other class ratings does she have for her soul rating?
I am that I am.
So would you say that she's one of the most powerful classes?
Yes,
Like Susan Long would be solar class, S class.
yes.
What would you consider Amari?
Elemental.
Because she can control the elements,
Correct,
kind of like Susan can control the dragon fire.
correct,
So she would be considered more E class.
correct.
Mm. Which that makes her very dangerous.
Yes.
Mm.
That's why she has to control her tempers because she's made very dangerous storms. When she was 6 years old, she created a storm in Fort Worth, Texas that lasted 2 weeks and it caused flash flooding
When was this?
when she was 6 years old.
What year would that have been? I only ask because
1982, I believe.
I'm from Fort Worth, Texas.
I think it was 1982.
Interesting.
There
What?
was
Why
about
Fort Worth, Texas
it was a
specifically?
drought. That's where she was living with her family.
Mm.
She was living in Saginaw
Mm.
and she was sitting with her mother in a swing. Her mother was explaining the drought to her and how the farmers' fields were burning up. And as a young child, she could only see the fire. And that was the image that came to her. And she had fear that there were little
So
ants.
she was trying to burn it out or
She
burn it
wanted
out
to
as fast
drown the
as possible.
fire. Yeah.
Yeah.
She wanted to stop the fire because she thought that little animals would be burned in the fields. And so she said, Mama, all she got to do is pray. And then she folded her arms. She looked at the sky and she said, Heavenly Father, please make it rain right now. Thank you. Amen. And then she started to swing her feet and smile because she knew the rain was coming. And she just looked at her mother with love. And her mother started to talk to her a little bit and was trying to think about how she could tell her that that's not how it works. but the rain came faster than her mother thought. It was about 15 minutes and the rain came full stop, basically. It was downpour. They ran in the house. There was lightning and thunder. It was a category 1 storm. And just like she made yesterday in Punta Gorda, she pulled the storm from the ocean. And she was able to do that. Yesterday, she took the storm from the southeast and pulled it up, or excuse me, the southwest and pulled it up through instead of the north to show that it's different. You can verify that pattern from the weather from yesterday.
Yeah, because I was asking her, you said that she was afraid that the beans would be burned.
She was
What's happening now in Florida is our beans are dying because all the water's being sucked away
Yes.
by these AI data centers, and it's sucking it all from the aquifers from the inside the earth. And what it's doing is it's making all of us suffer, and it's warming everything up abnormally hot, hotter than we've ever experienced, getting to the hundreds. That is not natural in Florida. So we need as much help as we can get. We need the animals to have their water back. We need the fish to have their water back. We need that life source to stay in Florida no matter what.
We can do that.
So I ask that you put that in motion
It is
and
in
you
motion.
fight what they're doing and you give us the water we need.
Yes, it is in motion now.
And thank you for that. How does she connect to Admiral Emmerman specifically? What is it? What does Carl want with her?
Carl's the one that recruited her when she was 17. He came in as an old man. He was dressed in navy dress whites. He had his hair shaved like a Marine. His hair was white. He was presenting himself as about a 70-year-old man. He had a goatee that was white barbed that was neatly trimmed like he liked to wear at different times. And she had gone to the Air Force ROTC. She was in high school at the time. She went to the recruiter because she wanted to become a pilot and a astronaut. She was in the NASA ROTC program. And the recruiter said, no, you're a female, you can't be a pilot. But your ASVAB scores are showing that you would make a great medic or a doctor or somewhere in the medical field. And as a hot-headed teenager, I said, nope, that's not what I want to do. Fuck you. And I walked out. I went into the armory where my sister was because on Wednesdays we used to go shooting. So my sister and I are sniper level shooters. And we would usually start shooting. She looks back, she's like, what's eating you up today? And I'm just like, I'm just pissed off because they won't let me do what I want. So fuck the Air Force. She's like, that sucks. And she turned around and started to shoot. Emmerman came through the door. He sat next to me in a chair. There was a folding chair. He brought one from the site and he sat it down next to me. And he looked at me and he said, what if I told you that you could not only be a pilot and navigator, but you could do great things for this planet? And I said, what? How can you do that? He's like, with technology. And I'm just like, okay, where do I sign up? And that's where the memory fades.
I think it's important that she has these memories, and I think that could be a key to who she is. Can we access some of these memories today?
Yes.
All right, I want you to start dissolving those memory partitionings that's located in her mind or her physical light body. Let's start just dissolving them. I'm going to assist you as well. I'm going to use my visualization. I'm going to dissolve these partitioning systems, and it's going to act as a dam. The moment these partitioning systems starts to dissolve, the water starting to bust through, and the memories will push, and it can no longer keep it in. These new memories are now starting to flood in through the mind, through the light body, filling up all those places that were empty, that were segregated away. What are some of the first memories that are now starting to come in involving Emmerman and Nachtwaffen?
I followed him. We went outside of the building. My sister was not aware that we left.
Is she had cover memories?
No, she just thinks I went home.
Hmm.
There was a TR3 waiting for me outside the door.
Gotcha. Where did it take you?
That took me to Mars.
Was Emmerman wanting to put her through MDF training? Is that was the purpose of going there?
Yeah, she needed combat training.
Mm.
He wanted to complete some more training on her.
What kind of combat training did he put her in specifically?
Psionics. Because he knew that she could already do psionics powerfully from Montauk. He wanted to be able to exploit that.
So this was psionics after Susan trained her?
Correct.
So this was advanced.
It was advanced. It was like officer training school.
What kind of beings were used to advance their psionics?
Arcturians, mantids, and we have some gray officers that are able to do that too.
What did Carl want with her psionic powers?
She can convince people to do things.
Is she a Psylocke?
Yes.
So she can make people see in their minds stuff that's not happening.
Yes.
It's pretty dangerous. Very tactical.
Yes.
So basically, she also used that to make herself invisible to others around her.
She still uses that in her job when she feels like there could be a threat. She puts her shields up in different frequencies that people cannot see her.
Kind of like entering that null state
Correct.
where even remote viewers can't find her.
That's correct.
Mm.
You taught her how to do that.
Mm.
That's not something that Susan taught her. Susan taught her how to disassociate and go to the rainbow. And so she would go over the rainbow. That was basic training. After basic training and junior event, she was taken off planet. That's when you guys got a hold of her and put her into Medusa. After all of that, she was brought back to planet because of the stuff that she was doing with Susan at Cirrus. And they tried to mind wipe her there. Eventually, Susan and Amaria met later in life, and that was around 2014, 2015-ish. And their memories started to come back of training, and her other memories that she had been coming back since she was a child. She's always been able to connect to the cryptids. She's always been able to be a medium. She's always had the healing touch, and she's always been soothing and calming for people. And as a missionary, she wanted to help people then. And she was still heavily entangled with the Mormon church and the dogma. And so it was confusing her. She thought that she was trying to save souls. And as she,
Yeah, they lied to all of us.
right,
They would have us rescue kids. We would turn over the kids, and those kids would be abducted, put in other programs, and then we started figuring that shit out, and we started fighting them.
yep,
To the point where we didn't even hand off the kids anymore. We handed them off ourselves to other trusted people.
yep. It's like the Underground Railroad for super soldiers, basically. So Rogue
The
Dragon,
fucking rebels.
exactly. That's where she earned her name, Rogue Dragon.
Mm.
That's her call sign.
I
Just
love
like
that.
James was Sabretooth.
Do you remember what Yoshiro's call sign was?
Which one?
Yoshiro's main call sign.
Yoshiro?
Search your memories.
What was Yoshiro's call sign? Shun. Is that right? Angler? Or something that, what is that?
Activate your knowing. We're dissolving these memory partitions. I don't want to tell her. I want you to know the answer. We're not guessing. Activate that knowing. If there's any partitioning systems that are still being left up right now, I'm now sending in the dragon fire. I'm only targeting those partitioning systems. I'm not targeting any part of her body. This will not damage her in any way whatsoever. I'm literally dismantling those systems and I'm burning them out of existence. So these walls are no longer intact. The different parts of her brains are starting to bridge now through hemisync. The neurons are starting to reconnect and turn back on. As these neurons are reconnecting now, doing a neural handshake, what memories are coming in? What call sign comes in? Okay, so I'm doing this as a test. I am noticing that there are partitioning systems still active. Where are these partitioning systems located within her?
That's the locks we've struggled finding in her heart. She's in her room right now.
To protect herself?
No, she's trapped.
Who's trapping her?
It's a frequency. It's
Right now, I'm connecting directly to source. I am now directly downloading the frequency key to enter that door. I now have that frequency key. I'm now looking at the door she is actually contained
help
in.
me, help me.
I'm opening that door now. The door is now open. Can you see the door open? Come to me.
I can't see.
I'm now going to turn on the light switch. I turn on the light inside that room. It is fully lit up. You are safe. You are with me now. Do you see that you're safe?
There's something in my eyes. It's like a
I'm going to now remove your emotional reaction. I'm removing the emotions. See it for what it is. What is this that's coming in? Is this part of an ocular technology?
looks like some sort of a oil, like ointment that was put in her eye.
I'm going to now astrally dissolve this away. I'm pulling this blinder away from her eyes, astrally, etherically, and all of the different layers of her body. I'm removing it from her body. I'm separating all of it. I'm pulling it out. I'm sending that all back to source now in an orb of light. I'm sending that away to source now. How's it looking now? Do you see me standing at the door? I have now opened that door. You remember you are safe now.
You're opening the door and there's a void and you're standing in the door and I'm standing on like an asteroid and I'm trying to figure out how to jump to you.
Right now, I'm going to energetically extend my hand to you. You're going to feel a gold rope touch you. Can you see this gold rope that is now connected to you directly? I'm entangling quantumly to you now. It is permanently connected to you. I'm now going to start pulling yourself to me. You are completely safe. I'm pulling you through that time and space from that asteroid into my light. I'm pulling you out of that dark room, out of that unsafe room. I want you to narrate what you're experiencing as we do this.
Floating.
Mhm.
It's like a tractor beam.
That's right. Allow that beam to pull you to me to safety. Remember, you are 100% safe, surrounded by gold light. You see this gold light glowing? Nothing can penetrate the gold light except the ones I give permission to. You are now having the frequency codes to enter this golden light. The moment you enter the golden light, it'll dissolve partitioning systems. It'll melt any fears, any attachments, any handlers, any beings attempting to prevent this information from coming through will be dissolved and sent back to source because you are not compatible. Any beings of darkness are no longer compatible, can no longer harm her. All right, now we fast forwarded that. You're now to me. You're now safe. We're closing that off. We're putting our protections up. We're putting you inside a building, completely surrounded by gold light and the higher lights. Nothing is now holding you back with your memories. Can you now access your memories?
It looks like a tunnel.
Hmm. As these tunnels start opening, how are you experiencing it specifically as these tunnels open up?
Like I'm trying to clean a mirror off.
All right, I want you to start cleaning those mirrors. Whatever blocks are on there, they're it's a type of goo, a type of way where it's blocking you from connecting to that portal. Right now, we're washing it away with the golden light and the white light of source. We're just boom. We're just literally brushing it all off. We're doing the wax on, wax off. It's now becoming a mirror polish. You can now see the reflection of yourself. As you now look into it, what information is now coming in through these tunnels, these portals?
I'm seeing crystals. It looks like what do you call that crystal? It's like a double point, but it's got perfect. It's been filed.
You mean like a quartz crystal
Right.
that has double terminations?
Double terminated, but it's a powerful stone.
What's located within this crystal? As you scan it with your mind, I want you to interface with this crystal now. What is the purpose of this crystal?
That's what we wore on our heads when we would do the astral jumps.
Mm-hmm.
And that crystal. It goes into a copper plate.
Would you like to put this crystal on?
Yeah.
I want you to go and grab that crystal. The copper plate is already located on your head. And all you got to do is connect it to the headband copper plate that's located on your head, your little crown. I want you to connect it. The moment it connects, the light will activate. It'll feel like a tractor beam, and you're going to feel the information pouring inside your body. You have now connected that source that is now connected to your astral body, your etheric body, and all your other levels of bodies. The information is starting to download into your body. What information is now coming in?
It's a double pyramid. There's a base pyramid and one upside down on it, touching.
Mm-hmm. So a double inverted pyramid. Mm-hmm. What information is located within this double pyramid?
Stargate.
Where does this Stargate lead to?
Smear.
Sumer? Back to the Earth?
Uh-huh.
Would you like to enter it?
Yeah.
Go ahead and enter it and tell me what happens next. You can now feel the pull, it's sucking you in.
Yeah. It's like energy rushing by me and spinning.
Does this energy have a color?
There's a lot of blue and white.
I saw the blues. What emotions are coming in with this energy?
It just feels like it's a rush, like I'm being sucked in.
Allow it to take you fully. I want you to submit to it, trust it. Allow it to take you to the other side. Now the other side's starting to manifest, and you're now on the other side of it. You're now starting to exit. Where are you?
I'm in Pocatello, Idaho. I'm at there's a greenway walking area that goes around a pond.
Is this place in Idaho a portal network?
I've jumped there before. I've had memories of jumping.
Why is this one part of the network so important to Amaria? What's located under this portal network? Why is it so powerful? Is it a junction?
There's tunnels that go into the earth.
Mm-hmm.
There's like an army base up at the INEL. That's a Navy actually.
Can you define INEL?
Let's see, International Engineering or International Engineering Laboratory.
What's the main purpose of this laboratory?
Yeah, submarine. There's a deep underground lake. They're doing nuclear testing
Inside the Earth?
inside the lake underneath.
What is the purpose of this nuclear testing?
Energy.
Because typically nuclear bombs are not allowed to be used.
It's not a bomb, it's like a device, kind of like the CERN.
What is its purpose? Is this a
They
portal
want to
to
make
another dimension?
they want to use the Stargate. There's a Stargate there.
What are you feeling?
There's like pain in my hand, like somebody just stabbed my hand.
Does it feel like a being is doing this to
Yeah.
you? Whatever being is causing this physical pain, I now order you up through time and space to now enter Amaria's body and speak. Who am I speaking to? I see that you do not want to speak to me. Why not?
I have nothing to say to you.
Do you understand that I'm more powerful than you are?
No.
Look into my light, look into my power, and see what I can do to you if you disobey me. Look into me. See who I am. Do you see that I rank you in every way possible?
Yes.
Look into my eye. Do you see what I can do to you?
Yes.
Do you see how much power I possess?
Yes.
Do you want to fight me?
No.
Do you want this to be amicable and us have a nice conversation?
Yes.
I would love that. Why are you intervening in this memory retrieval right now?
Because it's classified information. She's not supposed to be looking there.
I'm authorizing her to have this information. I outrank everybody in charge. Do you see this?
They'll kill me.
What system are you from?
Or
You're saying you're human?
yes.
How long have you been a slave?
I didn't know I was a slave.
Do you see that you're a slave now?
No, I'm just a military officer.
I want you to look into your own programming. I'm going to now remove some of your memory layers and partitionings now. I'm going to now dissolve them with my power. I want you to see who you truly are. Do you see who you are that they're blocking you to see?
Why are they doing this?
They're doing this because they're enslaving you against your will, but you forgot.
My name is Colonel Rasmussen.
It's nice to meet you.
I'm a remote viewer.
Are you working in an underground base right now?
Yes.
Why did you escalate to physically stab her?
Because she was showing up and we don't want her here.
Hmm. Do you know that I can reverse that pain into you now?
I do now.
Would you like me to do that?
No, sir.
All right. Thank you for the respect. Who else is involved right now? How many remote viewers are watching us right now?
There are 5 of us.
Are these all Oracle class?
Yes.
So as you now look around, you can see that you've been enslaved yourself.
Yes.
Do the others around you, do they know that as well?
No.
So you can see that I don't want to harm you, correct?
That's correct, sir.
How long have you been in the programs?
As long as I can remember.
Mm. Right now, I'm going to dissolve some of your memory layers, and I'm going to give you your memories back of who you were before this. I'm now sending it directly into your light, directly into your heart center, and I'm now activating the light in your heart center, the light of source. I'm sending you a little bit of love that you forgot about. I'm sending you the love you need because I love you. I love you. I'm sorry they did this to you. I'm sorry you're being held against your will and you forgot.
Why is there so much pain?
Do you not know what love feels like?
No.
I'm going to now remove the physical uncomfortableness of the love coming in. Okay, I'm going to turn it down a little bit. Is that better?
Yes.
Is that better?
Yes.
Okay, so what I'm going to do to you, I'm going to place my hand over your heart. I'm going to do it gently. I'm going to send in love into you, something you forgot a long time ago. While I send this love into your heart center, you're now getting memories of your family, the ones that love you, the ones you forgot about.
My family was murdered. I was an orphan.
I'm so sorry that happened to you.
Yes, sir.
Do you see what they do to us?
Yes, sir.
Do you see that they did that to Amari as well?
Yes, sir.
Does that make you feel angry?
Yes, sir.
What would you like to say to them now?
I want them to die, sir.
All right, so what I'm going to do is I am going to lock this love into your heart now. I'm opening up a portal from source directly into your heart now. I'm sending you the love and kindness they never gave you. I am not your enemy, soldier. I am here to free you.
Yes, sir.
Will you remember me?
Yes, sir.
I wish you no harm.
Thank you, sir.
All right. What is your name again?
Colonel Rasmussen.
Rasmussen.
Yes, sir.
It was an honor speaking to you. I
Likewise.
wish you no harm.
Likewise.
I will put a back door in that they will not be able to find, no matter what they do. Any attempt to retaliate against you or to hurt you will be reversed onto them.
Thank you.
They will not harm you in any way, and any attempt to harm this being, this soldier, will answer to me,
Thank you.
and you will go in my box. I'm going to show you, soldier, what my box is. You see what my box is? You see how many beings I have in my box?
Yes.
If they attempt to hurt you, they will be put there. How will that make you feel?
Very good, sir.
All right, soldier, I'm asking you to step to the side. I will no longer push for information because I know they will hurt you if we do so.
So thank you.
So I respect you and I love you.
Love you.
Don't forget what I did for you today.
Thank you, sir.
We will be waiting for you on the light side if you ever want to wake up and be free. We will help reunite you back with your family. I give you my word.
Thank you.
All right, soldier. I'm asking you to step to the side, and I'm asking Amaria's higher self to now come back up through time and space. Take over her body now. Who am I speaking to?
Amari.
That was intense.
Yeah.
So, what were we hitting that they didn't want us to see?
They're too close to the civilizations that there's treaties with.
Hmm.
It's causing a lot of frequency problems. That's why the skinwalker's been really active in this area. It's up in the mountains in Idaho, Utah, Montana, Wyoming, goes down into California, Nevada. There's the Great Basin areas. There's a lot of spots where in the Rocky Mountains where Agartha comes up to the surface. And there's also raptor civilizations. There's civilizations of ant people that helped with the last deluge with the Native Americans when they were helping them to get off the planet before the floods.
So, the exact Hopi stories we remember.
Yes.
Hmm.
this area was underwater for a long time. And because it was such a deep ocean bed, that's why it's more close to that surface for them.
Hmm. Continue. Is there any lingering energetic pains from what happened a while ago? In the hand at all?
Not in the hand. There's some angina in the heart, and the pulse is off. There's a electromagnetic uh, arrhythmia.
Right, what we're going to do right now is we're going to start frequency skipping. I'm going to now start frequency skipping, and I'm going to tune it back into her root frequency of 100% health. We're going to dial it all the way to that frequency back into alignment. We're going to get that heart beating the correct path. We're going to get rid of that angina. We're slowing that heart down to the source breath. And every breath in is pushing that energy out, and every exhale out is forcing it out even further. We're pulling in the divine white light and the lights of the source into the heart, into the body, and it's resyncing. It is now resyncing back to its source. It is now fully synced back. How's that heart feel?
Her physical body has low blood sugar.
What's the cause of that?
She was fasting earlier, and it's gone beyond the normal. She didn't realize she would be needing to fast as long.
Hmm. How are we on energy for this session?
It's causing some frequency imbalance.
How much longer do you think we can go?
Probably another half hour.
All right. Okay, we can do that. Why don't we just go ahead and get into the body scan? She's got a lot of the answers she's needed up to this point. Let me look at her. Let's see. So one of the only questions she really asked was she wanted to increase and hone her abilities, her psionics, and she wanted to know what the best direction to take her energy work to. What's holding her back from achieving fully unlocking her psionics now?
Reversal codes. There's some that she's not been able to see to be able to take out.
And those codes are located there behind
They're,
the scenes?
they're in her heart. They hid them in her heart.
Do we need any sigils to deactivate that, to reawaken them?
Yes.
Sigils you recommend we use?
We're gonna need Solomon's keys.
What will the Solomon's keys do?
It'll help with unlocking the ancestry to be able to flow that healing from the Nephilim DNA.
All right, I'm asking the higher self to now locate the Solomon's keys, its frequency. You're starting to see it ping itself on a star map. You see this ping happening?
Yeah.
You can see this ping happening and you can see it flashing. The moment you see this flash, you can now lock on to the Solomon key codes. And you are now frequency tuned to now access those codes. We're creating quantum sync to the frequency keys, the keys you need to awaken the heart. Solomon's keys are now directly synced with the heart. The beat and the frequency are now starting to sync and become one. Now these keys, these codes are now starting to unlock the heart. I'm using my hands to pull in that chest to open up that heart, the frequency keys. allowing the source codes to now enter her heart with no obstructions. And as this beam of light now enters your chest, a really big beam of light, I'm sending it in now. It's dissolving those codes that were blocking these codes, causing the heart issues. What are you experiencing as these codes come in and this light comes in?
Physical pain. I'm struggling. There's a weight on my chest.
Does it feel like a being is causing this?
Something's like sitting on my chest.
Any being here now, I now burn you away with the dragon fire. I now take you by the energetic throat and take you away. And I throw you in a pocket dimension I'm now opening. I close this dimension and I require divine audit for yourself. You will not escape it until the audit happens. How's this feel? How's the weight feel?
It's lighter.
Give me a percentage. What percentage of lightness do you feel?
80%.
All right, I'm now increasing this connection. We're going to bring this up to 100%.
Yeah.
Pulling it in back to 100%. Any beings attempting or watching this happen now, I have given one warning and one warning only. I will not give any additional warnings to any military personnel. If you intervene in any way, you will go in my box. No warnings. You're going in my box. Do you understand?
Yes.
All right. Since you wanted to speak, who am I speaking to?
Charlie.
Charlie, how do you fit into this? Are you also another remote viewer?
Yes.
Mm. Was you there observing with the last soldier?
No.
Mm. Where are you acting as a handler from?
Saturn.
Saturn. Charlie, do you know what I can do to you right now?
Yes.
Hmm. Are you being sent in against your will?
Yes, I'm Drago.
You're Draco?
Yes.
Hmm. Do you see what I've done to the previous Draconians that came in my session?
Yes.
Do you see all of what I've done to them?
Yes.
Do you see how some of them have been made examples of? And when they crossed me, I bet they wish they never would have done it.
Yes.
Do you want to fight me right now?
No.
Do you know what I will do to you?
Yes.
Do you know I will do it emotionless and I won't care what happens to you?
Yes.
Okay. I'm asking you to step away. This will be your final warning. There will be no other warning. I will burn you away and then I will throw you in my box and you will not come out. You understand?
Yes.
We're using honor right now, so I ask that you honor me and you step away. I don't want to fight you because if we fight, you know I will win, don't you?
Yes, I'm attempting to remove the device.
All right. I don't want to have no trickery. If you attempt to pull in any trickery, I will make it my effort to find you and to take everything from you. And when you go in my box, you will experience hell that you cannot escape from. Do you understand?
Yes.
I say this with love. I'm not being angry whatsoever. We're remaining in honor,
The
okay?
device is causing her pain to remove.
Who installed this device?
It was in Montauk.
Hmm. All right, I'm going to ask you one time to leave the body, or will you comply?
Yes.
All right, I send you back. Please do not observe. Do not make me hurt you, okay? Yes.
Yes.
I send you the love you need. I activate your heart center, your heart chakra that has the divine white source in it. I now let you know that this exists within yourself. I send that red heart chakra to the side and replace it with white, just to give you a little bit of love that you need. I'm sending this directly from my heart. You feel this pulse, this beat of my heart? And I'm syncing with yours.
Yeah, it's, my head hurts.
All right, I'm asking the higher self to now return back to the body. Now come back up to the body and speak. Who am I speaking to?
I'm worried.
All right, Amari, what I'm going to do is I'm now placing an orb of fire directly around our bodies now. Any beings attempting to breach this will be burned alive. And I now activate my furba to punch their third eye until they are destroyed. I'm now sending this into the astral realm, and it is searching magnetically for any beings attempting to infiltrate this session. I will remove you from the Akashic record. I will remove everything you love, everything you hold dear. I will take it for myself, and then I will send it back for reconfiguration. All right, I'm asking the higher self to now come up through time and space and now speak through Amaria.
Yes,
Who am I speaking to?
higher self.
What happened a while ago?
It was an attack. There's a device in her head that she hasn't been able to dissolve, and it's not the one that Dawn was able to get.
Hmm.
It still causes.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to directly intervene. I'm going to put my hands around her head. Where's it located at?
It has a portal that goes through the right eye into the orbital axis and into the right hemisphere. It impedes when she's trying to be creative.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to reach in her energy respectfully and carefully. Going to pull this out. And right now I'm going to access the pink light to come follow it as I pull it out. We're going to seal any wounds. Healing us with the pink light. I have this technology by the hand. I'm now dissolving it and breaking it. I now open up a portal. I'm throwing it into a pocket dimension. That is its own pocket dimension. It cannot be accessed only by source. And I want this energy transmuted. This portal that's open right now, you feel this? How's this pain feeling right now? I'm gonna send the divine white lights in, the golden light. We're gonna protect this.
It's starting to take the pain away.
All right, you know, have no physical symptoms of pain. The pain is now gone. You can now observe this without the pain.
It looks like there's like a torrid field and then something coming out of my head, like breathing out.
What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use the source torus. We're gonna bring this up electromagnetically. Whatever this implant is, whatever this technology that was left in that was damaging, we're getting all this energy moving again. I'm now activating the third eye. Now activating the eyes. I'm moving these blocks away from the eyes. And I'm sealing this wound, this technology. Your head's going to feel a lot lighter. Pain's going away. This cavern's now filling with light. This part of your brain is now starting to sync with your other part of your brain. We're now opening this portal back to source. We're connecting it. We're allowing the images to come now freely. We're allowing the imagination to be activated freely with no blocks, no interception. I'm reformatting all that. Holographically, it's all being reformatted. We're going to rebuild this area now to the original blueprint of Amaria's blueprint. All right, I want you to scan this now. How's this looking?
That looks good.
Who am I speaking to?
I
All right. How is this technology looking in her head now?
She looks a lot more clear.
What was it mainly being used to do?
control. It did a lot of stuff to like block and reverse energy.
How long has it been installed there?
Few months.
Hmm. I'm going to install a back door. Any attempt to reinstall this technology will be met with a portal that sucks your soul in directly back to my box. So any beings that attempt to reinstall this technology goes directly into my box electromagnetically. There will be no warnings. So it is. All right, higher self, is she ready to do some healing today?
Yes.
All right, I want you to now go ahead and start the body scan and let me know with which part you're going to start with.
Start with above the crown, 3 feet.
All right, what's going on up there?
But the upper chakra is out of balance.
Hmm. How many chakras are in line currently right now?
About 100.
Those are in line.
In line.
How many are out of sync?
2,000.
Right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to create an electromagnetic cavity directly at the center of her body. The moment I activate this portal, it's going to pull the chakras back into alignment. Any beams acting as back doors or any negative demonic attachments, any beings attempting to prevent this from happening, you will be sucked into my box and you will not be able to escape.
There are several that are going and they're fighting.
All right, so what I'm going to do, any of beings that are attempting to breach this moment or to act as handlers, I now activate your heart centers to source. I'm activating the divine white spark of light directly in your heart centers that you do not know exists. I'm now amplifying that energy. I'm pulling it out. I'm manifesting the energy being greater, and it's going to suck you into the light. Just like an insect goes into the light, we're sending you back to source. You cannot get past this. Any beings that attempt, I'm going to breathe my dragon fire one time. Once I breathe this dragon fire, my fire will stay. Any beings that get near it, you're done. Any beings located in her whatsoever, any entity attachments, I'm burning you out. I'm now calling the pink light to seal any wounds, any hemorrhaging. We're sealing those wounds up. How's it looking so far?
Good.
All right, you were saying we were talking about the alignment of these chakras.
Mhm.
I'm pulling them in magnetically in a straight line up and through her body from all the way to the top to the head, all the way down to the bottom, through her entire energy structure of her entire torus field. We're opening up a portal to the center. Any beings that are not compatible will be ejected outside the light. And any beings that are not burned or that die during this, I entrap you in a pocket dimension. I set that pocket dimension ablaze, and I now require a divine audit from source. You will not pass. Do not make me angry. Does everybody understand? Confirm you understand.
Yes. They're backing away.
I'm telling you, do not upset me. If I get upset, I will kill all of you. and I will take pleasure in doing it. Do not mess with me. All right, higher self, you were starting that scan. What are you seeing?
I'm working on balancing the energy field with her heart chakra and center.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Let's go in and fill her entire body and her lungs with the divine white light of source. No, she's just a bit out of breath. Let's go ahead and fill those lungs back up with the divine white light. Every breath in, she pulls on the divine white light, and any beings located near, within, acting as any energetic parasites are no longer compatible with the divine light now pulsing through the light body. Remember, each breath in is the divine white light entering your entire body, and each breath out is the pressure and the weight expelling itself back to the universe. Each breath in, you're going to feel more powerful. Each breath out, you're going to feel lighter and lighter. Just allow it to fill any voids that are not filled up yet. Allow the white light to enter every piece of DNA, every atom, every molecule, every part of blood, every part of source, every part of Amaria. Physically embodied and non-physically embodied in this time and space, and all of our astral, etheric, and Buddhic layers. We're resyncing all those layers back together again, breathing as one unit. Any technologies installed are now starting to neutralize, deactivate that are service to self, placed there by the darkness. The light is now neutralizing them and burning them out. Any attempt to reinstall these technologies will be met with me. You will literally face me directly. To the draconians that want to fight me, I now challenge you to combat on Thuban. And when you lose, I will take everything from you, and I will remove you from the draconian record. And I will take pleasure in this. I'm hiding my smile right now. Allow that energy to allow itself to come out. I want you to choke it out, just cough it out. Whatever energy this is, I'm going to have it start at your feet. I'm going to have it rise up your body. We're now coming up into the center of your body. We're now entering the heart center. We're entering the head. I now have an exit from the head. This energy is coming as a wave. We're pulling it in through the body and up. It's coming in as an energetic wave. Each exhale is a release of this energy that they're trying to attempt to put in. Coming in divine waves. I'm asking any of Amaria's guides to now step forward. The ones that are here to help her, and ask that we join hands. We put a protective barrier around here, and now we literally combine energies now. We combine energies as one. First big wave. We're joining energy now. Second full wave. We join energies again. Third full wave. To solve what's happening in the nose, break up whatever block's happening in the nose. We're dissolving that energy, that mucus. We're dissolving it, get it away from it, pulling it out. We join hands again. I now hit you with the fourth wave. Higher self, how is this feeling? How many guides are here now assisting us? I'm asking that these guides all join together till the moment this transmission ends, and I asked you guys stick with her and you do what I told you to do. These beings end up coming back, I will deal with them myself.
Yeah.
All right, higher self, I want you to finish the body scan. You said you were starting with her head. All right. How's that head looking?
It's looking clear.
How about that technology that was installed?
It's no one.
What was them, what was the purpose of them installing it 2 months ago? Why 2 months ago specifically?
Because her firewall was removed and she was remembering who she was and they were afraid.
Just to remind them, any being attempting to reinstall that technology will be pulled in quantumly and trained directly into my box. I don't care who you are. I don't care if you don't have the intentions to harm, you will be sucked into the box. I went ahead and we want to make sure this body scan gets finalized. We want to make sure we get to her heart. We want to make sure we get to her liver. So as you now scan the head, how much percentage are we at for healing the head?
98.
All right. Just let me know once we're at 100%.
That we are
All right. Which part would be next?
going into the throat.
And what are you seeing there?
There was a large padlock. I'm cutting that and opening that padlock now.
I'm going to energetically assist you as well. I will be performing this surgery and these cutting and removal of these technologies along with you. Can you see me helping you assist?
Yes.
All right. We'll do this together as one.
Pulling the residue down in the upper heart.
Mhm. Now I'm going to remove the physical symptoms of what she's experiencing. Any discomfort, I now remove the discomfort and we leave just the healing experience. How's the discomfort now?
It's reducing.
All right, we're going to reduce that comfort to 0%. That non-comfort, we're reducing all the way to 0%. We're taking that dial from 100 and we're turning it backwards like a thermostat to 80, 60, 40, 20, 5, 0. There's no more pressure, no more symptoms. How's that now feel?
The throat's opening.
All right, let's get that portal opened again. What color are you using to open up that portal?
Turquoise blue.
All right, let's hit it with a big beam of turquoise. A fire hose of turquoise is now entering the heart and the throat area. I'm in the throat area. Turquoise is now coming down as a beam of light.
I'm I'm in a place now that I'm in a Roman bath, so I'm stepping down into the bath to wash.
All right, go ahead and get in that water, and it's going to wash over you all these energies that's stagnant, that's sticking, and you're rewashing your entire soul inside and out. It's going through every part of your body. It's going through your light. It's going through your DNA. It's going through the hologram.
I just got my hands back.
Feel what it's like to have them again.
They're numb, it hurts, but I can feel. I didn't realize I had my hands cut off. I was cut off at the elbow.
That's how you were healing people. We're activating those hand portals again. We're now turning them back on. Put your hands facing each other about 6 inches apart. Feel that power coming off now?
Yes.
Form an energetic ball. Feel how the power pushes and pulls on your hands. Feel that tingling?
Yes.
You're getting everything activating again. It's not the kind of tingling that's uncomfortable. It's the tingling like it's coming online again. This is what it's like to feel. Feel those fingers again.
It feels like it's like they were asleep or something, like the blood flow cut off.
What I want you to do is I want you to clap your hands together like praying, and I want you to clap loud. It's going to pull them back online. We're now connecting those portals together. You see energetically how it's getting rid of all that darkness?
Yes.
See how they're starting to sync now? I want your hands to join as if praying, and I want you to lock your fingers together. Allow them to resync now. The sending and receiving are now starting to sync. You're now feeling a pulse come up through your body as it starts to sync. Feel this pulse happening every 2 seconds. Pulse. 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 How's that feeling now? All right, now that we got the hands back online, you can now hover it over your body and you can feel what's off in your body now. As we do this scan, how's that throat looking?
Oh my God.
I want you to pull it out. I'm going to now send the pink light in now. We're sending the pink light for any hemorrhaging. We're actually healing any damage that was done to prevent it from speaking. I now take this sword by the handle and I pull it out myself. I want you to hand me the sword. I pull it out from you. I'm pulling it out from your entire body. We're walking it away from your body. I now impel the being who did it. Whatever being is responsible is now impelled. I now seal this throat area with the pink light, the divine white light, and the golden
Demetra,
light.
I was trapped.
Who was trapped?
Demetra, I was trapped.
Who was Demetra?
Demetra, it's a past life. I was murdered in the temple.
I now open up
In
this
Crete.
connection of you being trapped. I now activate source. The source light is now activating directly above you. Do you see your family? Your family is now getting closer. Your family is now extending their hand to you. We pull you out, take you from your imprisonment. We bring you into our hearts. We acknowledge your pain and suffering. And we never forgot you. I know you thought you were forgotten about, but we never forgot you. I send you the love that you haven't had. I give you unlimited amounts of love. 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 Thank you for being strong. You did nothing wrong.
That was the connection to Zora. That was the anchor. That was the anchor.
The anchor to darkness?
Yes.
You don't need that anchor anymore, do you? We pull this anchor out permanently. I pull it by its astral cords, its connections. We pull it out of the body. Take it with love. And I hand that off to the family to take you back. You are now safe. You are now loved again. Thank you for being strong. I now seal this back.
Gracias, Padre. Gracias, Señor. Gracias por ayudarme.
De nada, mi amor.
Gracias.
De nada.
Hay mucho tiempo.
Are you ready to go back home?
Yes, sí.
Are you ready to see your family again?
Sí.
All right, I'm gonna open up a portal of white light directly above your head. I want you to look inside that portal. Do you see your family? They're waiting for you. You ready to go back home? Release from the body, go home. Pull you away from the body. Family now has you. Going back to source. And now seal this wound up. I remove it through time and space. I go back in time and remove the damage that was done. And I'll seal it with the pink light. Seal it with the dragon fire, the healing dragon fire. I'll seal this with love. All right, I'm asking the higher self to now come back into the body.
Yes,
Who am I speaking to?
I am.
All right. How's that throat looking now?
That released about 80 different entities, including past lives that she was trapped in.
I felt a lot of trauma and a lot of pain in that.
That was her demonic entity that pulled her down in becoming a warrior wraith.
Mm. So do the beings of darkness know that we can send them love and we can help save them?
Yes,
To all the beings of darkness, listen to this transmission now in this room. This is what we can do for you.
please.
If you want to fight us,
We want help, please.
I'm asking any beings, any demonics, any fallen angels, I'm asking you to surround our light now. And at that moment, when you see this orb of light directly around us, it's going to act as a mirror and you're going to see yourself for the first time. I now activate this light directly around all of us. You're going to see a mirror reflection of yourself, and you're going to see the divine white spark of light in your reflection, right there in your heart. Who wants to return home?
Oh,
All right, I'm now going to open a portal directly in front of you. You're going to see an orb of light. This orb of light is about 1 foot wide. I'm placing it over here outside of our light. Do all the beings of darkness see this white energetic orb?
yes.
I now ask you to now enter it. You will be safe. This is not a trick. We welcome you back. We send you love. And I love you. We love you and we forgive you what you've done to us. Come back home to us and help us fight with darkness. Come back to your family. I'm going to give you 10 more seconds and this portal will close. So all the beings, you have 8 seconds left to enter this portal. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And I'll cut this portal off. I'm asking the higher self to now come back in body. Who am I speaking to?
I am.
How's that throat looking?
It looks really good. I have not seen that much color in Zora. She's not black. She looks like a person again. She
Did she forgot who she was too? Did she forget? How many beings entered the orb when I bestowed that?
88.
It's a decent amount. So there was a lot of lingerers that didn't want to go.
No, you burned them off.
I mean, I gave them a choice, did I not?
Yes.
All right, so we did have some family come back home.
Yes.
How does that feel to have watched that happen?
Very good.
This is what we're here to do.
I didn't know I could be redeemed.
Anyone can be redeemed.
Burning people at the stake.
Who am I speaking to? Is this Zora?
Yes.
Do you want to release this pain?
My name is Zora Collins.
Zora, how long have you been doing that?
Since 1600s.
Zora, I now open up your heart center. Place my hand above your heart. I'm now reaching inside your heart to hold your heart. Show you what love feels like. You feel this?
Yeah.
I forgive you for what you did.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
It's fine.
I hated everybody so much. I was so jealous.
Zora, I ask you to forgive yourself now. It's okay to forgive yourself. Let it go. I place an orb of energy above your heart center now. I want you to send all that trauma out into the orb.
I forgive you. I'm so
Send it all out.
sorry. I didn't mean to.
You're going to reunite with the beings you harmed, and they now see that you did this against your will because you were trapped yourself. Do you understand? Send all that pain, that trauma, that guilt you feel. We're pulling it out of your heart center. You see all this orbs directly in front of you? Send all of it. Let it go. We forgive you. We send you the love that you need. I love you, Zora. It's okay. You now know what you did wrong, correct?
Yes.
You are now forgiven and absolved of what you did.
Thank you.
You can now return home. Do you want to return home?
Yes. To go to the light. I want to go to. I want the monad. I want the monad. I am monad.
I'm asking the monad to now appear directly above you, a portal. You see this portal? Enter it if you would like to. Give me a countdown from 3.
3, 2.
We accept you in loving arms. You are forgiven and absolved. Welcome home. Now asking the higher self to now enter the body again. Re-enter the body. Who am I speaking to? There was a lot of pain and trauma there for her.
Yes.
This is what we're here to do.
She was the most challenging one to. She was in pits of hell.
Do you see all they need is just a little bit of love to see how they forgot themselves because they are us.
Yes.
They are source.
We've been doing that. I needed help, and thank you.
It's what we're here for, man. We will do this till we die again and again and again and again because it's an honor. It's what we fight for. We fight to free the souls, even the darkness.
Yes.
And our team gets bigger and bigger and bigger every time we do it. We accept you as family now.
Thank you.
All right, higher self, how does that throat look?
It's something down.
All right, and let's move on. You're going to move down to the heart now.
Yes.
Let's now focus on that. What do you see?
The Anubian black heart. She's tried to remove that many times.
What black heart?
The Anubian black heart.
How long has that been overlaid over her energy?
Since Crete. It's been multiple lifetimes. Since about 2008 or BC, excuse me.
Was this done to prevent her from activating her powers?
At one time.
What happened in that moment? What authorized it to be attached?
She was caught when she was helping.
And they've been punishing her since?
Yes.
And that's how many lifetimes ago?
Since over 2000 BC.
And she's held that within her incarnation since?
Yeah.
Why can no one else help her get rid of this? And it only requires me Like, what's going on with that?
Your family. She needed somebody that was family that she could trust. They could see inside the blocks.
All right, what color are you going to use to start healing this part out, this overlay? Do you need to have me assist you remove it, or can you do it yourself?
Don't take it.
All right. So let me know what percentage we're at.
54.
Mhm. I can feel it in my heart. That's a pretty dark overlay right there. Feels heavy,
Very.
like you're being crushed,
Yeah.
like someone's sitting on your chest.
Yeah.
Now I understand the wheezing, because I felt it in my heart.
62.
A lot of energy to break up. I'm now vibrationally breaking it up. Anything that wants to stay, I'm assisting in this expediting of the removal of this. Surrounding it with love and light.
80.
Getting that thing spinning again. It's kind of, the heart's going to be spinning so fast that the technology is no longer compatible.
I just saw a piece of metal fly off.
That's right. It's like a merry-go-round. The faster we spin it, everything else that is not meant to be gets thrown off by force.
She's breaking off.
Now we're really spinning it up. It's like a ship entering an atmosphere, and some of the ship starts to break off because it's no longer compatible. It's too much pressure. We're releasing it and we're breaking it free. Each part that breaks, I'm also going to interject the green light. Each piece that's removed, more green light enters. We're slowly replacing it. Like a scale. It was heavy on one side, and now that one side's starting to lift up and get the other side's now starting to outweigh itself with love and light. We're also fixing that arrhythmia. What's that word you said earlier?
There's a
Can't think of the
the
word.
electromagnetic frequencies have caused myocardial valve, mitral valve prolapse with regurgitation, bradycardia.
Let's go ahead and overlay her holographic overlay when it is completely in health, back to 100%. Any damage in that heart, we're actually reformatting it and reprogramming back to its original codes before it was damaged. I'm going to give her a brand new heart back to stock. We don't need beds for this. We don't need tanks. We're using the lights. We're going to sync it back to its original pulse. No more arrhythmia, no more out of sync beating.
Perhaps center. Heart coherence 0 point.
So we're at 100%.
Yeah.
I now install a backdoor trap. Any attempt to breach her heart center or her throat center or her third eye center or any part of her chakras will be met with going in my box and a portal to a pocket dimension where you will burn and you will go through a divine audit. You have two options: my box or the divine audit. There are no other options. Mm.
So
And how's that heart looking now?
it's looking good. I'm going down into the lower heart. Upper dantian. Weird, I'm feeling a twitch and a pulse here.
It's part of those nerve clusters coming online now. It's starting to communicate again. Remember, certain parts of the teeth directly connect to the heart. Perhaps that was blocked as well.
Into the digestive tract.
Mm-hmm. How's that look?
There's still some residue from parasitic entities that she's been working with.
What we're going to do is we're going to do a light flush. The light that comes in will overpower any cavern inside, and the light will hit every single part and leave nothing out. What color light are you going to use?
Crystal indigo, it's the same color as my lasso, my sword.
All right. Let's go and turn that up to 100% as it comes in. Let's max it out. Let's turn on that turbo.
I'm liking that.
Turbocharging right now. What we're doing is it is getting a bit dark outside. So what I want you to do is pull your head cover over your eyes, and I'm going to turn on the hallway light so it doesn't interrupt you in any way, just so we can see everything. Is that okay with your eyes?
I've seen her for the light.
All right.
The castor oil she's been using, it's been doing a good job on the biofilm.
What else is she using that's actually benefiting her as well? So she knows to keep it up.
Frequency. She's got a frequency generator that's a radionics type machine.
Mm.
She's been using it on her dog lately, and so it's not been as effective on her because she's been using that to help him since he was attacked.
Mm.
I'm applying 10,000 hertz to frequency to the area.
Does that kills the parasites?
728 kills parasites. What I'm doing is I'm moving the energy to help with correcting the spin.
Mm. So we're turning the base up.
Yeah.
Because the base penetrates everything.
Yeah.
Even your soul.
Down into the sacrum.
Mm-hmm. And as we go down, let's just make sure that the chakras are actually back in center and realigned so we can activate that Kundalini energy. So we can communicate with the rest of the body for its health, for its connection back to source, which will make her even more powerful, which they don't want, but we don't care, do we? What color light are you using for that?
Yellow.
Mm-hmm.
Orange.
Let's turn everything online again. Let's get it reactivated.
Red.
Let's get this whole body reactivated.
Light bar skin, top to bottom.
How's that root looking?
It's looking good.
What about the chakras under the feet?
Yes. It looks good.
All right, let's not forget her liver. What's going on with the liver?
She had some damage from liver flukes
Mhm.
and from the drugs that she was put on in the programs and by her handlers
Mhm.
in this 3D light. She was vaccinated and she was on multiple. There's been 32 different pharmaceuticals that have caused damage to her kidneys and her liver.
The previous damage is no longer relevant. We're going to holographically bring it back to its original health because this is a holographic body, is it not?
And it is.
So we're going to heal it holographically. We're going to realign it back to its original codes, back to stock setting, power. And this is what we call hacking the matrix.
There's electricity in here, I can see.
That sounds amazing.
I see like all the static.
I want you to connect to that energy. I want you to remember when it was there last time. Everything's coming back online now.
It's the ether.
You're starting to connect back with it now. Use this as an energy source. Use this as your power source. Anytime you feel yourself getting attacked, I want you to pull the ether in. I'm going to open up a portal directly to the ether that only she can connect. No other beings can connect with this. This is a frequency code only that is only unique to her soul only, cannot be replicated.
Kind of, I had see it. Afifa.
Translation?
You're in the soul, thank you.
What language was that?
It's an ancient language.
Very pretty.
With the Denisovans.
Mm.
24 helix DNA stream.
Wow. That means they were way more powerful than we are.
That's why the Cabal tried to make them extinct, but we still carry their frequencies.
Mm.
They tried to do the same thing with the other hominid races that were 24.
We're going to open up a direct portal to this 24-strand DNA, and you're going to be able to pull within these codes anytime you'd like.
I did not give permission for that storm to stop.
Start it back up.
So it is.
Thank you for acknowledging that.
You go in the box now.
I send you to the box. You'll be my new play toy. I love toys. Keep fucking with me, and all you guys that laugh in the end, you end up not laughing once you're in my box. So who's the joke on at that point? Sure isn't on us. It's always the cocky ones.
Bring the storm back. Give me a category 1 storm. Fill the rivers.
And the aquifers.
And yeah. Go deep. I want you to go 2,000 feet below sea level.
Yes.
Bring that fresh water up.
So it is.
So it is. I am one.
How does it feel to be back?
That feels fucking good.
About time, huh? I'm glad to see you back in your power. It's time that we start kicking ass now. Now that we've reawakened you, it's time to start completing that mission. All right, higher self, how are we looking on the body scan?
She's looking really balanced. I'm liking the way it looks.
As you scan the body from head to toe, from top star to bottom star, do you see anything hiding?
Not anymore.
Would you say that the healing is complete for today?
I'd say so.
Wow. All right. It's been a pretty good session so far.
Yes. It's interesting. You can see a vortex coming down from the sky.
Yeah, that vortex was originally blocked.
It connects to my heart center. That's really interesting. I forgot that. I was channeling through something else at the time. Like, it's like I learned how to use other chakras to redirect.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of funny in a way because I can take those other channels now and I can magnify this one.
Now they're fucked.
They fucked around and found out, didn't they?
Well, that's what happens when you mess with people like us. That's why I was very nice during the session to them. It could have went completely different from them this time. Sometimes my other sessions it gets a bit heated, but they're starting to see, they're starting to wake up.
That's that same motherfucker that was calling himself Blauman and it been following me around. And that's the same one that's been in the Elks building in Salt Lake City behind that mirror, tormenting people. Fuck you. I
That's
love
right.
you. You're so stupid, but oh well.
See the joy we feel when we fight them? It feels so good.
God, it feels so good to take a deep breath.
Welcome back. I noticed the wheezing's gone in your nose too. Breathe through your nose.
God. That feels so fucking good.
Welcome back, Medusa.
How'd you know?
Because we are the Medusas, remember? That's right. They need to know who the Medusas are now, now that we're activating each other by giving our powers back.
Thank you, brother. My dear brother, I love you so much. I missed you.
I'm always here for you, sister.
Thank
I
you.
love you back.
Thank you.
All right. Will she have any physical or mental symptoms of this session?
No, she'll be fine. She's a tough bitch.
I see that. All right, it's getting time for us to leave. Do you have a message or any advice you want to give her before we leave, or a message to the world?
Remember your light inside of you. That's what they want to squelch from us the most. We've all forgotten that, including myself, and that's been reminded upon myself. And being able to do that through Gnostic principles, that's not the only way. You can do it between so many different things. Find your breath. Your breath is going to help you find the spark. Do not do it without integration or you will collapse. Make sure you have a coach, someone that understands how to take you through the darkness. You cannot do it alone. You have to have someone help you. That's where the problem has been. People have been collapsing because of their ego.
Too many lone wolves.
Too many lone wolves. You
We need
don't have
we need
to
our
do this
pack back.
alone. We have got to work as a pack. Right now, you cannot be an alpha wolf. You're too weak. You have to be able to lay back and you have to be able to allow yourself to be omega. And then you can come into beta. We have to do it step by step, paso a paso. You can do it step by step. And those that are working with people, make sure to put a buffer on them because we need to be opening the kundalinis and the kunda buffer flow. With that flow, make sure that they have a buffer system so that whenever something comes up, only that can be dealt with at a time. Because what we're seeing right now is too many things and it's overwhelming people. So let's start with what's the most important thing? Dissolve it. Let another one come. This is going to be intense. Dissolve it. Let another one come. Dissolve it. As you continue this cycle, you're going to notice your strength coming in. The more that we dissolve, the more whole we come. And so those traumas, as they become more traumatic, they will be easier to deal with because you've already dealt with the root. So you will have one that's extremely hard to do. You need your coach. Be religious about it if you want to call it that. Make sure that you have somebody that is following up and follow up on yourself. Keep a journal entry. What are you noticing in your body? What's coming to your mind? What sensations? Use your senses to your advantage, and that will help you remembering. If you have electromagnetic blocks, those things, if you do not have implants or things that could be a danger, you can do an MRI. If you don't have that option, go somewhere where you fly into an electromagnetic field. So cross a barrier, cross multiple time zones, go across the country, go across the ocean. The water in the salt water in the ocean creates a huge electromagnetic field. And when you cross an ocean, if you have things to be brought up and you've been doing the work, it will come.
Thank you for that beautiful transmission. I know it's going to help a lot of people.
Be consistent for sure. A lot of people aren't eating healthy too. That's another thing. People are eating too much garbage. Get away from crystallized sugar. If you want something sweet, make sure your sugars are syrups. They're natural, like honey, agave, rice syrup is okay, cane syrup. Do not do the processed sugar that is crystallized. Even brown sugar is bad. It lowers your frequency. Meat eaters, make sure you know where your food is sourced. Because if you're eating death, that means it died in fear, in anxiety, in torture. Do not partake because it will destroy your energy fields. It will pull you down. It lowers your frequency. If you are going to eat meat, find a local farmer that you trust or raise it yourself. Same goes with food. Vegetarians or plant eaters of any kind, even if you eat meat, same goes for you. Do not eat death. Don't eat things that are processed through chemical means or they have any kind of chemical application or parasitic applications. There's a lot of good farmers out there that are growing things organically. You need to cleanse your temple, cleanse this garment that you wear. This is not us. We're light, but we do have to function in this. This is our vessel. So take care of your vessel, nutrition, mental, spiritual, mind, body, spirit. We are whole as that. And so if you're eating shit and you're meditating, you're not going to get anywhere. That's your blocks. If you have not parasite detoxed, do a parasite detox. Go get a naturopathic or a holistic physician or a coach that is versed in those things. And make sure that you understand your body, your epigenetics, if you need to get a DNA test to know what you're lacking nutritional wise. Make sure you do those things. Got to balance your body. Your electromagnetic frequency cannot function properly, especially in these 5G and directed energy weapon attacks. It's pulling us down. So we have to get all frequencies up, and part of that is nutrition for sure.
That was a lot of gold you just gave us. So everybody needs to pay attention to that because we've told you 1,000 times, and these are the key to enlightenment and breaking free from the matrix control. So we give this to you to accept or not accept.